we'll see soon enough here.
I feel like I forgot something, but I've been so trying to be on top of everything, like, that I think we're okay. But I don't know.
So just like when you're about to get into a car and go on like a road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like,
yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Unexpectables. We're scared tonight.
I'm scared.
Why would
We're
you
determined.
be scared?
We're determined but apprehensive.
Very apprehensive. Monty, flashbacks of the seed.
It's okay. Just you ate a little bit of watermelon, and it's fine.
No,
Happens to everybody.
it's gonna grow in my
He's,
tummy.
he's not a Yoshi. He's
Voldemort.
not gonna machine gun seeds.
Floramorte reached behind them, put them on the table, and he said, "Hoodie."
Hoi.
Wait, is that Majima thing with the weird ball?
With the
Okay.
watermelon.
It's technically a watermelon. Because then some kids come in. Suikada!
Yeah.
Sorry.
What do you mean it's not Kirby?
No.
Damn,
Take your-
I've been lied
take
to.
Take your poyos home.
Son of a bitch.
But welcome back
Hello.
to the Unexpectables. 177. Oh boy.
Oh boy. This session could go so many ways, and
So many ways. All right.
Mm.
All right. So, we're running a little late here, so we should probably speed through our introductions here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and start with Zito. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
Twitch.tv/Zito, CZ on Twitter, Everink and Almanac on Patreon. Type in Christopher Zito on DM's Guild. You'll find me. And also, you can see Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance Volume 1 on the front page.
Still?
Yeah, it's still there, apparently. It's still
Wow.
number 3.
Damn.
Good ass book.
Yeah, from what I've been told, well, actually, no, I'm working on Volume 2, but I have been told that if I can somehow mash both Volume 1 and 2 and make 100 pages out of it, I could possibly make a hardcover.
Sweet.
So, do you know what that means? That means that Volume 2 has 10 more races.
Woo!
That's a lot of boys.
Bumping the total of both books put together, if I do make the hardcover, into 80.
Damn.
D&D makes a lot of shit, and I'm making sure you remember it. Whether you use it or not, you may make NPCs with it, make player characters. Who cares? D&D has a lot of things, and I'm just really all about the history of that shit. So I just want to make these things so no one forgets they exist, because, several versions have forgotten. I didn't. And then watch me playing cards in indie games. I still need to fucking find a game that facilitates the fact of me owning a fucking 3080. 3060, I'm getting corrected, sorry.
Get
Back
prices.
for Blood.
Never mind, I was going for the low-hanging fruit.
What, Cyberpunk?
No, Crisis. Cyberpunk looks gorgeous on my machine. It's still broke as hell.
I still gotta fucking find a game that facilitates it, but that'll be a search for future Zito, not for current Zito.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still fucking playing on Source 2 with fucking mods, so...
I don't want to
screw me,
hurry
I
us
guess.
along, but we need to
Let's
hurry
go.
along, guys. We're really late. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Goomba, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/GaijinKuba every Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central Time. Thank you, everyone who came out to Otaku Obon. That was a hell of a lot of fun. I was glad to do that. Sorry, the sound was a little goofy, but we got through it. It ended up sounding really good. Thank you to everyone who saw the Witch Ninja on Snake Eyes. That also did really well. Patrons have voted. Part 2 will be coming next week. This week, I'm actually doing a Gaijin Perspective video on how Japan made me very okay with liking cute things, the color pink, and other girly things. Don't miss out on that. Let me think if there's anything else. I'm still working on the Oni race for my own DM's Guild stuff, so that'll be there too. I'm trying to think. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. I'm doing a special stream Friday and then going through Saturday, Sunday. The Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island DLC comes out, and I think there's some multiplayer DLC that's coming out as well. I will be doing that for like 3 solid days, so please come check that out. Same time, 7 p.m. US Central. That's me.
Woo! All right, Bosco, where can they find you?
Here.
See.
Man, that was fast.
Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter, twitch.tv/Monty Glue. Tomorrow, maybe a stream. I'm getting my hair all cut off. And then Sunday, we're doing more Metopia. Everyone got kidnapped again, but it's okay because my party now consists of me, Mr. X, and Dante from Devil May Cry. That's right, Metopia, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Come and check it out. It's stupid, it's dumb. I fought a twerky and I want to die. Thank you.
A turkey?
A twerky.
Incredible. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Playing all kinds of different weird board games and card games and stuff like that. Playing some Guilty Gear Strive, Wildermyth, Among Us, Yakuza 4 before Gateway this week. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata at their YouTube and at their Twitch. They got a whole bunch of information rolling out about the game and their plans for it. If you are interested in purchasing a Founders Pack, click this link right here. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I have the Accursed Fighter coming down the pipeline, which is sort of like Guts meets Artorias sort of subclass. You can find that right there, coming out soon. Other than that, thanks to our sponsor for this episode, Die Hard Dice.
Whoa, I'm using the plastic ones.
That's fine. Dice are dice.
Oh boy. Die Hard Dice has been with us for a good long while now, and we can't thank them enough for their support. And they've got a whole bunch of really awesome, really cool looking products coming down the pipeline. And if you want to get a hold of some dice and dice accessories, then head on over to dieharddice.com. And if you use the code TheUnexpectables at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. And with that, let's go ahead and read some bits and subs. Arukana, thank you for the raid with a party of 7. Keyblade Forger, thank you for the 17 months. Extra Vowel, thank you for the 11 months. Mad Tom K, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub. Pikafan, thank you for the 17 months. Time to fight a tree. Zenlita, thank you for the 16 months. Poyo, Hail Hydro, thank you for the 5 months. Oh God, Day Broke. White Knight Crusader, thank you for the 17 months. Yeah, Poindexter, thank you for the 13 months of Prime. Flame Revenant, thank you for the 200 bits. First time catching live in a long time. Mr. Crispy, thank you for the 12 months. On my 1-year anniversary, they get killed by an evil horny tree. Sounds like fun. Me Man, thank you for the 6 months of Prime. Hello, humans. Sergeant Tucker, thank you for the 100 bits. Is it time to bust out the Weed Killer or the Flammenwerfer? Yes. Wait, no, flames don't work on floor. Shit.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Mootron, thank you for the 13 months of Prime. Praying to Oriari, y'all get through this fine. Topher Spark, thank you for the 16 months in a row. Are we going back to Fleur de Mort? Quite the unexpected situation. Nettle Norseman, thank you for the 17 months. I'm having a bad week. I'm forced to quit my job due to threats from coworkers. Good God. You're probably better off quitting that job. Shine Greymon, thank you for the 16 months. Yo, it's my favorite D&D TV show. Yeah, that's us. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 3 bits. Don't die, guys. Love you all. The Talbs, thank you for the 17 months at tier 2. Like Tabuya, thank you for the 17 months. I'm ready for whatever happens. Been here for 17 months, and you're not getting rid of me anytime soon. Yay! Duke Will, thank you for the 6 months. Hi, guys. Love the stream. Thanks for all the smiles and laughs. Robo Mom, thank you for the 100 bits. Wee-woo. Spevacan, thank you for the 400 bits. I finally have a Wednesday off. Rand Cossack, thank you for the 17 months. Evening, guys. You're about to deal with some angry trees and some cranky weeds. Here's hoping you'll come out successful. And remember, don't eat the fruit. It's bad for you. Accusic, thank you for the 500 bits. Try not to die, but if you do die, remember to die in the most badass way possible. You got this. Alexander the Great, thank you for the 2,805 bits. Don't die, please. Philip Chanter, thank you for the 17 months. Good luck, you guys. The old enemy has treated you like just another snack. Time to rip out their roots. Caterpillar, thank you for the 13 months. Dumb Reject, thank you for the 17 months. Fantastic Callum, thank you for the 100 bits. Work's been kicking my butt that past few weeks. I have to work Sunday from 12 to 10 to fill in for people on vacation. It's nice to have the stream to help me relax, except for the fact that I'm stressed from worrying about all the boys dying. Also excited for the episode. Don't worry. Skyblaze, thank you for the 100 bits. Nom Nom Goblin, thank you for the 200 bits. And now the Unexpectables. Go do an eco-terrorism. Burn it down, Monty. Monty already beat up Smokey.
Listen, you can't burn him down. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Damn it. Crow the Immortal, thank you for the 17 months. X Wiley Willie, thank you for the 17 months. KL Ward, thank you for the 300 bits. Working on very little sleep, may not make it through the night, but take my sleepy bits. Elf Lord, 89, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Hey guys, can't watch. Catching up on the archives. Good luck and may the dice be in your favor. Platinum Raven, thank you for the 13 months of Prime. Great to see you all. Keep up the great work. Twisted Kitty, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to CG. Advocate Devil, hey, thank you for the 100 or 1,000 bits. Been watching the VOD since the Dulmar arc. Glad to have watched you all grow as characters and people. Jinty13, thank you for the 7 months. Attested Stone, thank you for the 12 months. 1 year, baby. Humdrum Gum, thank you for the 16 months. Puffer, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. Renfield88, thank you for the 17 months. Just bought dice from Die Hard Dice and 17 months.
Hell yeah!
Muffin Mage, thank you for the 7 months. Let's Mort de Fleur. Magister Edelbert, thank you for the 300 bits. Time to enjoy the show with my Die Hard Dice. Woohoo! Parsnips Dandy, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Wow, 15 months. Feels like yesterday. We were still on Taka's channel. Yeah, we're branching out. Parsnips Dandy, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. 15 months. Wait, no, I just read that one. Zacho, too, thank you for the 500 bits. A bittersweet day. Movers have come and packed up everything. All goes as planned. I'll be in Japan by the end of the month. On the bright side, more Unexpectables.
Oh, that's Sigh from Gaijin. Oh.
The wistful sigh. Speaking of Gaijin, Greckles, Flowery Nips, thank you for the 5 months. 5 months, let's go. And Gaijin, thanks for giving me the knowledge that ninjas use cannons.
I hear certain ladies enjoy their company.
Just Nealon, thank you for the 2,750 bits. You guys go back to that forest, look at that tree in the eye, and say, "Don't eat me." Dax99, thank you for the 17 months. Last Kerfuffle, thank you for the 17 months. Yo! CG! Thank you for the 100 bits. Oh man, it's been 136 episodes since we were here last. How far we've come. Berg Flax, thank you for the 20 bits. Ginter's Folly 2 hype.
Bird Flax.
Midnight Dr. White, thank you for the 17 months. Magister Edelbert, thank you for the 200 bits. May your rolls be blessed by the dice gods. And no, don't you dare die. Vorpal Song, thank you for the 16 months. Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. I just want to say that I saw a free guy with friends on Sunday, and I loved it. R Fox Blood, thank you for the 17 months. Puts on sunglasses. Let's do some landscaping. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 500 bits. Taking some time to myself for the next 2 weeks, and it's a nice start to this period with friends and the Unexpectables. Magister Edelbert, thank you for the 10 bits. Just take my bits. Have them all. Invictus Max, thank you for the 20 bits. I won't be able to watch the full stream live, but I'm sure it'll be a treat. Full Metal Master, thank you for the 40 bits. John 230, thank you for the 100 bits. May these bits bless your rolls. You Tyrant, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Can't stay long, gotta go to work. Will catch the VOD later. Courage and Honor. Pirate Maid, thank you for the 15 months. Finally got a tablet. Hope to get some fan art to you guys soon. Ooh. Yeah, 282, thank you for the 12 months of Prime. Love the show. Rabbit in a Kobold suit, thank you for the 69 bits. Time to get the herbicide. Felix the Bard, thank you for the 16 months. Claymore Roomba, cousin to Gaijin.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the 500 bits. It's wild to me that someone who has watched off and on since the beginning how much Monty has changed. She used to be a ball of anxiety, and now she throws hands with bears.
I'm still a ball of anxiety. I'm just better at hiding it now.
Ah, there you go. And finally, our good friend Tix Dixel, thank you for the 500 bit. This is my last bit drop for a while. I start my graduate degree next week, and I will likely have to start catching you all in future VODs. Well,
Good luck.
we're
man.
sad.
Good
We're
luck,
sad
man.
to see you go, Tix Dixel. I will be unhappy to not be able to say your name for a while. But thank you so much.
Aw.
And
All right.
finally, Zen Lita, thank you for the 200 bits. Screw the Surgeon General's warning. Where's the roundup?
All right, you guys
Okay.
ready?
As I'll ever be.
No.
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 There we go.
Anyone got a light?
When last we left our heroes, Greckles, the Kenku rogue, Panic, the Tiefling bard, Remy, the Kenku fighter, and Task, the Kobold Ranger, the party now sets off from their beloved home of Alivast, saying a fond farewell to their loved ones and friends. And now the party's eyes mark to a darkening, rotting horizon. With Mike Crank in tow, weapons at the ready, the looming threat of the living forest, Floramorte, drums a restless pounding in their hearts. But as the griffins land on the soft grass, neighboring the nightmarish hellscape of twisted wood, the Unexpectables collect themselves for one restless night of sleep before delving into the vengeful Fae. So, it is a cloudy day as you guys arise from camping. You didn't camp directly next to Floramorte, but where you could see him across the horizon, within eye shot. And after packing up your things and waking up Mike Crank, you're not sure if he sleeps or not, you guys collect yourselves and your weapons. And what do you do?
I do a
So
shit
should it-
posty possum scream.
Should it be now that I cast the thing?
I think so.
Probably the best time at this point.
All right. Gentlemen, good morning.
Oh, there's much good about it.
Don't worry. It'll get better in a second. He's like cracking his knuckles and like rolling his wrists. And he pulls from his pack a jeweled bowl. And he lets it sort of float in midair as he begins strumming on his guitar. And the magic sort of bounces off the jewels that are encrusted in the bowl. And a large sort of marble table erupts from the bottom of the bowl as I cast Hero's Feast.
All right. What food do you serve in your Hero's Feast?
I serve everyone's favorites.
Okay. What is everyone's favorite food?
Way to pass
I
the buck.
I know that Task likes eggs and raw stuff. So he's got just a massive amount of these really nice looking large, probably like the equivalent of an ostrich egg, surrounded him, various degrees of cookedness, whichever he likes. Greckles, of course, has stuff from the Eastern Isles, stuff that I remember from basically our travels through the elemental planes that I remember us liking. Sort of rice balls with all the trimmings, nothing is left out. He's got some nice warm soup.
Panic, where's the fish? Come on, man.
Give me a second, and
Cracks it open. Oh.
I lift up a lid, and he's got pretty much any fish you could ever want.
Fucking
baked-
pulls out a fucking magic Tupperware.
It's like a. It's a giant mackerel, actually, which is by magical willpower is like made huge. Like it's the size of like a turkey dinner, but it's a mackerel.
Nice.
And while I'm continuing to cast, I look over towards Remy. Remy, what's your favorite?
Well, you said you knew what his favorite was.
Yeah, it's Alivast.
Yeah, you said. So, what is his favorite food, Connor?
Big old piles of shit.
All right, there you go.
How did you know it was my favorite?
No.
So
I'll.
here's what's gonna happen because I get to pick, right?
Yeah.
Your character is going to serve him the blandest bread and water that he can put together. It is going to be the most peasant dinner you've ever put in front of anyone. Like
Ironically,
I'm a starving child, Tiny Tim begging for a slice of bread. That's what you give him.
you know what's ironic is that peasant food actually was the healthier meal back in the medieval times.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you get
so-
whole wheat bread. That'd be whole wheat bread, maybe some fish.
Nope, no
Um,
fish, just bread and water.
okay, bread and
terrible.
water.
It's like he's serving Remy like a starving orphan.
Shout thy water have parasites in it, my liege.
He fucking Remy just holds a cup up and a little
Panic
storm
is a
cloud goes
shithead.
over
He
him.
would troll Remy.
Man.
There, now that I've done the actions for your character, continue, Connor.
Excellent.
Panic, what would you eat?
Panic would have. Oh man, he would have probably something to do with eggs. Definitely, he's got some like pancakes, grits, some omelets. Hash brown stuff like that. Just you like your standard American breakfast.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you
Very-
guys,
very-
Top of a blooming onion.
Very very comfort food
Mhm.
food American breakfast.
Mike Crank just kind of observes. He doesn't seem to care all that much. But as you guys eat, the for you, Tass, the eggs are really, really rich. Obviously uncooked, but there's a bit of salt and pepper to help with the taste. It's slimy, it goes down great. Greckles, the fish is flaky and juicy. The soup is hearty and the perfect temperature. Greckles, not Greckles, oh my god, Remy. The bread is extra crunchy through that
It's
beef.
awful, and I deserve it. We're at war.
It reminds you of like hardtack rations.
Yeah, it sucks. But
You
it's
close your
what
eyes when you eat it because you're remembering of hardtack rations is if you
it is.
close
Fucking
your eyes.
sucks.
If you
That's
close your eyes, then
asshole.
you won't know if it has bugs in it or not.
Fuck you,
which is,
Panic.
And then Panic,
I'm
your food.
incorrigible.
Your food is hearty, rich. The eggs are fluffy and delicious. There's sun-dried tomato in the omelets that are sharp and have a tangy bite to them. There's like hearty, meaty bacon, and it's a good meal. And all of you guys gain. Go ahead and roll those dice to see what additional hit points people gain.
It's 2d10 maximum hit points.
Yes.
I have a very important question for Panic though. What's Taylor's favorite?
Funny enough, Taylor is not with you. You looked everywhere before leaving to find Taylor, but you have noticed in your travels a singular pigeon following above but keeping a distance.
Oh,
Ah.
good. Okay.
It'll just be a pile of breadcrumbs, just on a plate.
No, you don't give them bread. You got to give them seed. Otherwise, they're going to get fat.
Have you seen Taylor's pigeons?
They explode. So 2d10 you said plus.
2d10.
Panic has
plus
to roll it. Panic has to roll it.
Okay.
So Panic, you have to roll it, and then
Oh,
whatever you roll is
God.
what everybody gets. Yeah.
Fuck. All right, here we go.
Don't
I hope
fuck
you
up.
I hope you get double ones.
No matter what.
Oh,
Not
that's
bad.
all right. That's all right.
That's
All right,
good.
11 maximum hit points.
I saw that 10 coming up. I'm like, oh.
Hey, guess what that brings me to?
69.
What I
A
was.
very nice number.
69.
Yeah.
See, mine's that by default.
Well, now it's ruined for Greckles.
No, this is the perfect. All right. So
Oh.
on top of having that hit point maximum spaghetti, I made lots of spaghetti.
My poor meatball.
All right, what we got?
On top of that, on top of our hit points, we are cured of all diseases and poison. We are immune to the poisoned and frightened conditions. And we make all of our wisdom saving throws with advantage for 24 hours.
I didn't know I had a goiter.
What were the hit points again?
11.
11.
That's what I figured. Okay, I wasn't crazy.
Oh. Just. Yes.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but it makes no sense to Task because he doesn't have hair. I was about to say like all the gray hair falls off him and just runs away.
You just sprouting random gray hairs.
Just shed instantly like a lizard.
Oh yeah,
Just
no,
all
okay,
just,
that
like,
actually works
pops
then,
off.
Monty. Fine. Like just like an entire like fucking just like ghost version of Task peels off his skin and runs away into the distance.
Do you remember Rango when he like gets hit by the sun
Oh.
and like he sheds in like a couple instances? That's just what happens. It's gross. All right, you guys are well fed and you are ready to go. Mike Crank is there with you. No Log. Log had to stay behind because his business is in the temple. And Taylor is, you think, somewhere?
Coward.
All right. So, doing math in my
Panic,
head.
you talked something about a anti-life shield thing? Something that would possibly get us past Floramorte sensing us?
Right. We did. As a matter of fact, did we get a? Taylor can cast that, right?
Taylor can cast it. You also have one of those charges in your ring, I believe. You asked for that, so
Yes,
Ah,
I have a charge. I have a charge of anti-life shell in my ring.
How long does that last?
an hour.
Well, Panic, then do you have a plan with that?
Well, our goal here isn't to take down Floramorte. Our goal is to get into the Feywild, find the
Right.
gate. So,
As soon as we step in there, he knows we're going to be around.
of course.
The thing though is he can't sense Mike Crank. Because you said there was a limit on how wide a range that has, right?
Where is the war?
Oh, it's coming up, big guy. It's a 10-foot radius that moves with me.
Can we all piggyback on Mike Rank?
Yeah, you could. I'll allow that.
Yeah,
He's
we
a
should,
large
like,
creature.
We should like piggyback on Mike Rank and then cast the anti-life shell.
I'm okay with this plan.
That could
The
work.
back shall piggy.
And he gets
Good.
down on a knee.
Excellent.
I will. It's worth mentioning you guys are not close to Floramorte right now. You still have like he's over the horizon. He's within eye shot, but you're not right
when
next.
when
to
we
him.
get close, obviously.
I'll cast it when we're on the cusp of the forest.
Okay.
Monty,
You guys
we were
approach.
we were dropped off by the Griffin Knights, right?
You were, yes.
Okay, so then Remy would have had a sack that was on Volo, which he is now going to unfurl and start to take out piece by piece. Brand new armor from the looks of it,
Oh,
from what you guys can
yeah.
tell. And he's going to be able to, or he's going to start donning this armor slowly, piece by piece, and then we can go.
All right. As you guys pull up camp, I should show the new artwork, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
As you guys step.
We've all got new looks.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All
I
right.
will play my costume changes. Sue me.
No, it's fun.
Oh, did it not work? Oh, that's because I put it on private. Hold on.
Ruh-roh.
There we go. Boom. Boom. Arc
Look,
4,
There it is,
baby.
folks.
Look at that.
Man.
It only took 4 years. It only took
Remy.
4 years, but now Task is wearing pants finally.
It's amazing.
I'm wearing pants, and Remy is now Johnny Dark Souls.
What are you talking about? It's just armor.
That's what I call character development. No, Remy's armor looks amazing.
It does. No, like holy
actually,
shit.
I don't. The
Yeah.
only person who might know is you, Greckles. You might recognize the armor. You notice that while it's in his house colors,
Mm-hmm.
it's also very Raven-like,
Right.
with
Yep,
the
yep.
furlough in the back and the long helmet.
Yep. And kind of
So
the
it would probably
coat in the
click
back.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
God, you guys look so cool.
I love it,
Yeah.
dude. I love the Okami-esque style of
Yeah.
Greckles in that. It's super good.
Anyone notice how Task, after fucking 3 seasons of being pissy, is now actually smiling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yep,
noticed
yep.
that.
We're all kind of smiling. We can't tell with Remy because his head's, there.
He's
but...
smiling on the inside.
We're all
There you
kind of
go.
smiling.
Do you want-
Smiling isn't advantageous to a fight.
Do you want me, Bosco, do you want me to show the
Yeah,
Jack art
please
as
do,
well?
because
Alright.
I worked with Jack on this specific. Citric did the art, these guys, but for my particular thing, I worked with Jack, and then I had Citric just copy it.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, Jack's the armor guy, and I was like, Jack, we have to do something special. There we go.
Oh my
Yup.
god.
Also, that's the
The
shield with the
shield.
Umber Hulk eye. Yep.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, that's the Umber Hulk shit.
boss.
Yeah. So that's the little compartment that opens up when he presses the button.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh my god, it looks so fucking cool, dude.
That looks
Yep.
really cool.
I apologize to the people who are listening on the podcast right now because
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta see
So
this.
if you're listening on the podcast right now, I highly recommend that you check out at least whatever the thumbnail is going to be on the YouTube upload, or come find this on YouTube and just skip to this part of the video.
Yeah, take a peek at it.
Also, check out the wiki. I'm sure it'll make its way up there.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
More than likely,
Absolutely should. Yeah.
Wow. Well, shit.
Yeah, he's been working on that since December of last year.
Don't worry, podcast people. I shall now describe it in the way that a very fucking nonplussed New Yorker would say. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
That's a great cat right there.
Pretty good. That's a really good dog. I like that dog.
All right. So, what is the marching order as you guys approach?
I'm first.
Okay, Remy's first.
I shall take the rear.
Okay.
I will
Task is
take
first.
second to last of rear.
Okay, Greckles.
Smack dab in the middle.
Okay, and then where's Mike Crank going?
In the front.
With Remy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought we were all riding on his back though.
Yeah.
I figured not. Do you guys want to ride on him like
Not
for
yet.
a really long time?
No, not yet. That's
Look, y'all can do whatever you want.
listen.
Remy's not riding on shit until he has to.
Listen, he offered the piggy is back. Come on, man.
Well,
There we
look,
go.
if you think baby's got back, you can hop on it.
The
But
piggy
my anaconda
has
don't want none unless you got
returned.
buns, hun, and he ain't
I'm
flexing
fucking
right now.
small, Bosco. Come on.
That's fine. Look, man, teeny tiny, not dragon legs.
All right. As you guys approach, Remy, as you walk closer and closer to the edge of the forest, your feet crunches down on something.
Did it kill it?
No, as you lift up your taloned feet, you just see like white rock.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking if it's just rock.
As you keep walking, the rest of you guys now also hit this rock as well, and it kind of crunches under your feet. Anyone who wants to can make a nature check for me.
I
Oh,
love
disgusting.
that.
I guess I will. That ain't nature.
That ain't real.
After it, yeah, turn away.
As you guys are walking, you're like, huh, weird, the ground here is really odd. And Task and Greckles, you keep walking. Panic, you kind of slow for a bit, and the sound under your boot reminds you of something. It reminds you of Ginter's Folly. And as you look down, it's salt.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
As far as your eyes can see, surrounding the encompassing space of Floramorte is just rough salt. And you can see the grass in areas is dying.
This must be where Moidos did her work.
Oh, slowing him down.
Potentially. I see the grass around here is dying where the salt meets the earth.
Good old sodium.
Can we make a perception check to see the general condition of Floor's forest?
Go ahead, we're going to roll a perception check.
I want to use my spyglass.
21.
23.
Okay. As you look out at the forest, it's been a while since you've been back here. In your memory, it looked scarier. As you look at it, though, it doesn't look that changed. And it doesn't look scarier, but yet somehow it looks more hostile. Tree branches are a bit more gnarled and twisted in sharp shapes. But that's about all you gather.
One's
from
got a
this
knife.
distance. Yeah, holding the sword.
Well, I guess this is it. Are we still gonna piggyback off of my crank?
I'm about it.
Yeah, me too. Does my crank have like a, not like a child seat mind, but like any sort of like movable
got-
latches or things that we could like?
He's got pauldrons you can sit on top of.
Yeah.
Does he have
He's
cup
very.
holders?
He does not have cup holders. I'm very sorry.
Fucking I'm taking his ass back to the dealership.
He is the best way I can describe Mike Crank. There is no, well, I mean, you saw what Dolmar looked like. He's very boxy in the sense that his like shoulders are very square. He's very much like, you know when a kid draws like a guy wearing a t-shirt, it's kind of like box shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So there's a lot of like even surface area that you can stand on top of, or like at very least sit on top of, and then you can easily hold on to a part that comes out of him and just kind of like piggyback behind. But he doesn't seem bothered by you guys doing this as you guys all kind of climb on the back. There's no sense of, huffing and puffing. He just kind of slowly rises and begins to slowly set. It does make him slower, so his movement is halved as a result, just because, it's a lot of people and someone is wearing a full set of armor as well.
Oh, we should
And-
probably tell Mike Crank this real quick. I'm sorry. We should at least give him parameters. When the forest attacks, the war begins.
When the forest attacks, war begins. Understand directive.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure that we got that.
All right.
Right.
So,
I guess once we get back on, I'll cast Anti-Live Shell.
all right, you guys get right up to the edge of the forest, the twisted, gnarled purple leaves and weird howling that comes from the folds and bends of the branches deep within. And as you cast from the ring, Anti-Life Shell, you can see it briefly for a moment, boom, kind of go around your forms in a big kind of dome shape. And Mike Crank waits for your order to move forward.
As the spell fades from the ring, I will quickly store a different spell inside of it.
Okay.
I don't know if this would help at all, but Mike Crank, sub-directive, Feywild Gate. Seek out.
Sub-directive. Feywild Gate. Noted. Descriptor required.
Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna BS it because we're just guessing. Porcelain Gate.
Understood. Scanning. Porcelain Gate.
Oh, I didn't know he had proximity scanners.
That's how he
Yeah,
sees
just the whole time.
Scanning for stuff.
All right, you guys going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As Mike Crank takes a step forward, crunching down on some leaves, slowly make your way inside. And now you realize why at a distance it was less scary, because inside of the forest is 1,000 times more terrifying.
Who knives in the tree?
It's quiet, unnervingly quiet. You hear your own heartbeat pumping in your chest. You can hear your own breath exhaling out and inhaling to a point where you feel like you're going to get caught if you even breathe. And with each lumbering step, like a rhythm, Mike Crank proceeds forward into the depth of the forest until, as you look behind you, the light of life, the light of the horizon beyond and the salt fields leaves you. And you are left to the mercy of this forest.
How dark is it?
Relatively dark. It doesn't require dark vision to see in, so there's no penalty that way. But there is enough break in the tree, like the leaves above, that you just get the tiniest little bit of sunlight. But it is a dark, very humid forest.
I will activate night vision goggles.
All right, you flip down the night vision goggles and activate them. It does help you see different folds in the landscape, but beyond that,
Yeah, no color or anything like that. Yeah,
No.
I'd figure as much.
you guys walk for about 30 minutes.
My
I need
Crank. Oh, sorry.
I need everyone to make perception checks in those 30 minutes.
Okay.
15. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that alarm.
Siren head shows up out of nowhere. What the?
Dude, I'm getting like Fallout 1 fear, like fight or flight feels right now.
16 for me.
19. Okay. As you guys proceed forward, slowly making your way through. Oh, Zito's back. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Zito.
Sorry about that, stomach meds.
You're fine.
No worries. How dare you?
How dare you have human problem?
25 with advantage for spyglass.
Yeah, I'll allow that. As you guys proceed forward, Task, Remy, and Panic. With Panic just reaching it. You notice up ahead that the spacing of the trees opens up into like a bigger sort of courtyard look to it. And you recall this. This was the spot where Floramorte presented you with his beautiful art of all the dead hill giants just strung up to trees. The hill giants are gone. You do notice that there are some very large femur bones in the ground, but instead strung up are a bunch of little figures. Amorphous blob-like creatures with massive mouths and bulging eyes. You would recognize them as Moidos's husbands, about 5 of them strung up in the tree.
No.
They never get a break.
All right, she's got more at home.
Yeah. One of them is pretty horrid. Is like there's like a literal branch going through one of their eyeballs, like just from out the back of the skull, out of one of the eye sockets.
If anything, this is a blessing in disguise.
God.
Thank God their cursed existences have finally come to an end. Fuck.
Back to reality, though. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You guys are moving north. Is there any direction you want to know? You know that going east would take you out of the forest, going north would take you to the keep, going west will take you deeper.
My Crank, update on subdirective.
Subdirective uncompleted.
I guess.
Can you sense it? Or can you locate any porcelain?
Porcelain detected.
And you watch as his head just does a total owl turn towards all of you guys and just looks at you.
Son of a bitch, I figured that was gonna happen.
Porcelain gate undetected.
Hmm.
100-foot scan reveals no porcelain gate.
We're gonna have to go in deeper, so head west.
Understood.
And his head turns west and then his body follows as you guys begin to move westward.
It's like one of those fucking street performers that pretend they're robots.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys keep moving. And time keeps passing. Panic. You have about probably 5 minutes before you lose that anti-life. Shall.
Shit. Does somebody want to use the Find the Path scroll?
I
had it.
I can. I don't require a lot for concentration.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Do it.
Okay, so yeah, find the path allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you're familiar with on the same plane of existence. If you have the name of a destination, if you name a destination on another plane of existence, a destination that moves, or a destination that isn't specific, the spell fails. But we do have a specific thing, which is we're trying to find the gate. So how would you rule that?
Yeah.
It's a porcelain Feywild gate is what it is.
Yep. So that's what we're
You
looking
don't
for.
know if it has a real name.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to risk it.
But I mean, we are specifically describing something, so
If you're on the same plane of existence as the destination, you know how far it is and what direction it lies.
hey, Monty,
Mm-hmm.
can I roll a perception check to see if anything we've been walking through looks familiar?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
19.
It does
Or,
not.
or
This
20,
is-
considering.
Yeah. 19. It does not. This is all new. You guys, when you guys ran into Floramorte, you kept going north. You remember that because you were heading towards that castle. And you remember getting to a certain point and just fleeing for a long time, just heading straight shot north.
The big
So
ass place.
you've gone north. You've veered off to the west, which is where you've never been before. So
Okay.
Ethiel itself is within the Feywild, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we're
So we
thinking.
we couldn't use that because that's extra planar.
Right. Alternatively, we could save it and try to find the most direct route out of here.
True. Here's the other thing too. We know that the door to the Fey itself requires 3 unique keys. Guess what we have 3 of?
Yep.
Should we try and talk to them?
I'll speak
I-
into my
I-
mind. If any ideas?
you hear a voice repeat back to you, Panic. Closer. Close it. Closer. Close.
I think we're getting closer. If is trying to tell me something. I think we're close to it.
That side-eyes Panic for a hot second.
Keep magic to a minimum as much as we possibly can.
Anybody else want to talk to their aspects?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can.
Okay. Kai speaks to you, Greckles, and he says, the feeling you have for this place really makes me real. I can't tell if we're getting closer. It's something I just can't feel.
That's all right.
Task.
Yep.
I ain't got shit, Captain.
That's what I thought.
That's why I love him. Everyone else is flying. He's just like, fuck, I don't know.
So we're getting descending sureness for this. Every time we ask, they're less sure.
I would
I was
say
half expecting a bruh.
bruh. That'd be good. Yeah, bruh.
Bruh.
Panic. Yours felt less of like, oh, we're getting closer, and more like, I want to be closer. Yeah. You get the sense that it does not like this place either. They pick up a lot on your guys' emotional cues, so.
Let's
So
keep going.
Yeah, let's just keep going, and we're just gonna have to rely on Mike Crank scanning for the time being.
Okay. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. 2 minutes.
Your life ends now, Jesus Christ.
And you count down the final 60 seconds. And Panic, you feel your concentration on the spell fade like a low release of breath. And as you feel the last little whisper of the spell go away, the forest that remained completely silent this entire time the trees begin to wail and shift and grind, the branches tapping into each other, the wind streaking through the leaves like the shrieks of the damned. And nothing happens.
I'm immune to the feared condition, but
Yeah.
Guys, should I do it?
Yeah.
Remy, Panic.
do what? Find the path?
Find the path.
Yeah, do it.
I bring up the scroll.
Okay.
I transcribe everything I need to, and I call out the porcelain gate of the Feywild. I hear dice, and I don't like that.
Okay. You're okay. Maybe.
Shut up,
Don't
you're
worry.
immune to fear.
Don't worry.
Don't show it.
What is the range on find the path? It's to any distance, correct?
Find the path is. It is self, so you can find anything on the same plane of existence as you.
The good news is, it works. The bad news is, your gate is 20 kilometers deeper into the forest,
Oh!
which is
Okay.
12 miles.
Okay. That's less good than I was hoping, but we know where it is.
It is to the northwest. And you can see carving a path through the different boughs of the trees, under roots and over them, a sort of like ethereal thread, like a wispy spider silk kind of trailing through ethereally through the space.
Anything?
Yeah, northwest, 20 kilometers. Mike Crank, supplemental main directive, sub-directive, porcelain gate, 20 kilometers northwest.
Understood. Moving out.
And Mike Crank adjusts his trajectory and begins to move forward.
For what it may or may not be worth, at this point,
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea. I'm so sorry.
Go for it.
It's kind of important. It might actually help us out.
Go for it.
I have Pass Without a Trace and or Silence. Which do you think I should cast?
Silence is rooted in one place.
I will say this, that will not stop him.
Yeah.
Remember, he senses you guys through pheromones, and there's no way to prevent those from being a thing. You're a living creature. Unfortunately, just to save you the spell slot, even pass without a trace, he knows you're fucking here. Like,
Curse my
There's-
horrible living existence.
there is not a natural 20 stealth check that can fucking help you here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh well.
Greckles at this point would have his hands together in a gesture, and you just hear soft mumbling underneath his breath as he's just trying to calm himself down.
20 minutes pass. Need everybody to roll perception checks for me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Here I go.
Can my
again.
crank roll?
24?
15.
It's a 22.
Oh, my crank rolled a 1! Oh no! As you guys are walking,
Misfocused.
a branch like hits his face, and you got leaves on his face, and you hear a little whirring noises, like little windshield wipers scrape off the leaves as you guys move in.
Good.
1-2.
course.
Mike Crank not able to detect life forms.
You come with X radio? Jesus.
All right. As you guys continue to move, the space opens up again into kind of a larger open place. There are trees everywhere, and it's to the point where it's almost a wall within itself. But as you guys move forward, you see the space kind of open up. The ground is covered in just old, decaying, rotting, untouched leaves that have just died and have been just left. No animals to eat it, nothing to break it down. It just is a muddy muck mess. And as you move forward and you look around, you see hanging from boughs of trees by their necks are just skeletons. Elves, humans, dwarves, gnomes, and a few you don't recognize. There are animals hanging by their necks. It's this horrible, horrible museum of death. And as the low wind kind of bows through, they gently kind of tap into each other like a gentle yet haunting wind chime. And my crank keeps going. And the forest sighs. Wind just... And you hear that same creaking, that... And the shifting of leaves suddenly rapidly. You all turn your heads to go look and you see nothing. And then you all hear a voice. A familiar but unwanted voice. You've come all this way, and you don't even have the audacity to say hello. Especially when you brought a new friend.
Is there any sort of movement in the trees or anything like that, or just a voice?
You don't see him, you just hear him.
Is it internalized or externally spoken to us?
It's in your heads now.
Good.
Damn it.
Ugh.
In our head. I ain't saying a damn thing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm
Calming-
keeping quiet.
Calming sutra, calming sutra, calming sutra.
Funny. You're calmer than usual. Though I could assume that would be the machinations, some sort of magical implication. Am I right?
Let him keep talking to himself.
Yup, no answer.
How long has it been since you were here last? Not that much time. My. You must be desperate for something to come crawling back to me.
Every time he says like an action that dictates movement, I want to roll a perception check.
Absolutely, go for it.
23.
Okay. As you're like walking and you notice that there are vines slowly creeping with each step that Mindcraig takes. There are vines creeping up his legs.
I pat everyone on the shoulder. I I point my eyes and then look towards the vines.
You get the sense task. He can kind of see you because you're not touching the ground. He can't grab you because he would have grabbed you at this point. Because he can't see Mike Crank, he can only guess. And every time Mike Crank takes a step, he has to re-guess each time. So, riding on the back of Mike Crank was probably the smartest fucking decision you guys have made.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. But he knows we're here. Oh boy.
He knows we're here, but he can't.
knows.
He knows we're here, but he can't tell where we are. So just keep the fuck shut your mouth.
Say nothing and continue.
There's also someone else here. They're not walking with you, are they? I'm tempted to snatch from the boughs of the trees and wring their little neck. But something about them is familiar. And so I ask you and beseech you, as a most gracious host. And you watch as the trees in front of you shift and twist around, blocking your path now, and Mike Crank stops in place. Who have you led into my most beautiful forest?
What does Mike Crank do? Because it's obstructing his way forward.
Mike Crank stops, seems confused, and looks down at the vines that now, as he stopped, are beginning to slowly creep up towards you guys, almost like water rising.
Mike Craig subdirective remove vines.
The forest is attacking.
These aren't vines, these are full-on trees. Go ahead.
Trees. I thought you said vines.
Yeah, the trees just all twisted together now. You guys are like in a bubble of trees.
I was referring to the vines that were climbing up his leg, so he doesn't become immobile.
Yeah, he steps up and begins to kind of just pace in a circle. Go ahead for me, Panic, and have him roll 2 slam attacks against the trees themselves.
Yep, I was about to say, like, the forest is attacking.
Welcome to the slam jam.
Affirmative. 2 slam attacks. All right.
Death is a suitable alternative to communism.
God damn it.
First one is going to be a 24 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
Okay. For 17 bludgeoning.
You watch as Mike Crank pulls back. You can hear the whirring of the pistons. Anyone who's on his left shoulder has to really hold on as he just lets out this rocket punch, and his fist goes a good probably 4 inches into the tree trunk, and he reels back and goes for a second punch.
Second one is going to be a 14 to hit.
14 hits. It's a tree. It's a big thing.
It's a tree. It's a tree.
Tree!
Big damage.
21 points of damage.
As Mike Crank just punches forward again, the tree breaks and snaps, and as Mike Crank is like ready and happy, you watch as another tree just simply takes its place behind it. Now that's rather rude. I could have ripped you from that thing and snapped your necks in two, but here I am trying to be the more gracious individual. It's probably been years for you, I can only guess, for such insignificant living things. But for me, and you watch as the trees kind of bend tighter, almost like a vice grip around you. And you see now forming up from some of the rotting grass that familiar looking humanoid form. And you know what? It's been a hot second. I'm going to show it again.
Oh, shit.
He's not smiling, though. Don't even imagine that he's smiling.
No smiles. No dreams.
And he turns and kind of cocks his head, and he looks at you just, and in his eyes, like the way he sees you, which he doesn't see through eyes, like your guys are just like floating, like in place, like a video game glitch right now for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well. So how long has it been? How many months, years, generations?
I'm gonna eye around, looking for any pigeons of any sort.
Roll a perception check.
15.
15. You see no pigeons. At least not in this immediate space.
Shimata.
I'm not letting you out of here without an answer. How about this? Let's make some deals. I love deals. And this one's a fair one. You answer questions for me, and I'll let you walk for about 10 minutes. How does that sound?
Above game, I don't think we got much of a choice, gang.
Yeah, I feel like this is a handcuff. Speaking in meta at this point, like not obviously meta, but like out of character.
You get the vibe that like he couldn't pluck you with his 2 fingers, so instead he just cupped over with his hands, is what he's doing right now to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's not stupid. I'm sorry.
No. We don't expect that. Panic Remy above game really quick.
I think maybe we'll have to acquiesce. If he's playing a game with us, then I think we might have to.
All right. What do you want to know, Floor?
There you are. Much more polite. I want to know how long it's been since you've been here. I don't keep track. It doesn't really matter to me.
No,
But
I'm
more-
curious.
More of a
should we know where
genuine
he's
curiosity. Oh, I know your type. You keep track of every single day of your sad, short little lives.
It's
Funny
been
that
what?
we're all-
like-
It's 2 years, I think. It's been 2 years. 2 or 3 at this point.
It's been about 2 years, Floor.
2 years. It's felt like 10 seconds. And you watch as the trees just unbend and open up again.
Might crank sub-directive double time.
I am movement most efficient current designation.
Damn it. Your Uber will get there when it gets there.
He's going literally as fast as he can with all
That's
the
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm fucking trying.
Calm the hell down.
Your fucking tits.
Contact manufacturer with complaints to go straight into shredder.
All right.
You know, better one.
Take it up with Oriara.
All right, you heard him. I say in my head.
I imagine right now she's just looking at that picture Log made on that giant fridge that she just summoned.
Yeah, she's smiling at it. All right, you guys begin to walk for about 10 minutes.
How far away is our destination at this point?
Oh, it's so far.
Okay.
Damn it! You can maintain concentration on this for a day, so we've got...
You have it for a long time.
And it requires concentration, correct?
Yes, it does require concentration.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
By the path.
You guys walk for a while, and then like doming you over, they Fleur just brings up and blocks the path as you guys walk for about 10 minutes.
Son of a bitch.
Part of the game. More questions.
Understandable.
Your 2 new friends, who are they? Are they from the same place as you?
That's 2 questions, Floor. The deal was 1.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
My Christmas terrible. 14?
You watch as the nymph sort of like form that appears every time the space is blocked, kind of gives you this toothy smile, clearly twitching. Well, very well. I can keep this up for eternity. Who are your friends?
Oh, I guess this is up to me.
Well, I mean, we could all answer. We're just trying to think of something.
I'm just trying to. I just don't know if it would be even more revealing for our positions if we started speaking amazing gases.
Our two new friends are our new favorite mode of transportation, and one of my dearest companions.
I'm not talking about the invisible one. You watch as all the branches kind of twitch for a moment and then relax slowly. As far as I'm concerned, that thing doesn't exist and I don't want it to exist. I'm talking about the two morsels, the two ones made of proper, digestible life.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work because my deception is garbage too. Because I was gonna feign ignorance and go, 2. There's only 1 here.
You could attempt to lie. It's going to be very difficult. Very difficult because you have to hide your emotions, so it's a very high difficulty
my
check.
deception's garbo. Could someone? I hate that this was my idea.
I might just be stupid above game. Aside from Remy, who's the other? He's talking.
Our aspect.
No.
He's
No,
also
no.
Wait, guys, Taylor's with us.
The pigeon, man.
Where?
Oh, I didn't see her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. Where?
They're in the
That was there
forest,
the
but
whole
you have
time. They
no
mentioned
idea
seeing
where.
the bird.
Oh, I hate that I have to feign ignorance, man. I'm gonna attempt.
Okay, do a deception check. Oh.
12.
I rolled really bad. But unfortunately, that with the plus, yeah, he succeeds. Lying in my forest, where I am king, and you watch as again the ground kind of shifts, and my crank manages to steady you. You get the sense that he was trying to knock him over, maybe, or like frighten you a little bit.
This is no lie, Floor. Yes, 2 others were with us, one of which we don't know where they are.
Oh. You watch as the path in front of you opens up. I'll add it to my list of things to do on this most interesting day to bring them to you. You know, as a favor from a friend. You watch as they vanish.
Son of a bitch.
All right, you guys proceed forward.
Yeah.
Greckles, with your concentration on this spell, fuck, it's gonna take forever. Like, you literally are walking, you're like, God damn it. Like,
I have an
every
idea.
10 minutes.
I have an idea.
Okay, what?
I cast haste on my crank.
Thank
Okay,
you!
there you go. Haste lasts for an hour, right?
Yep.
All right. Like it's like a power walk. But it gets you further up ahead, and then after, like, it's literally like my crank's like, holy shit! It's just going really fast. And in the back of your mind, Task, you hear, this feels right somehow. Like,
Not Superman, the Flash.
God.
you guys make pretty good pace tearing through the forest until eventually, I'm gonna roll actually for my crank. My crank walks headfirst into a tree that kind of just breaches in front of the path again and blocks you. The blockages are getting less hostile as time goes on.
Also, by the way, before I would have started moving, I would have pulled out the Orb of Sending and I would have sent Taylor a message.
Okay. What was your message?
Floor is onto you. Might be actively hunting. Be careful.
Because
like
they
the
can
silence.
reply mentally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's 25 words?
25
Right.
words, yes.
Alright, let me get one more word. You get a message back, Panic. I know. We're talking. They're swapping between you and me. I'll do what I can to distract. Keep moving. I need to know what, and it cuts off.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well done, Monty.
That tells you a couple things. One, Taylor is in the forest, obviously, and is talking to Floramorte. The other thing is that Floramorte is fucking with you in regard to where Taylor is and their current status at the moment.
So just feign stupid long enough for us to get to our destination.
Oh,
But-
shit.
What?
No, that brings up an interesting point. If we lie to Flort and it's a good lie, and that information contradicts what Taylor says, Flora might take it out on Taylor.
Shit.
I'm gonna
That's
use the
what-
bathroom real quick because my bladder's full.
Yeah.
You guys talk and flat and do all that fun jazz.
That's honestly, that's why I'm withholding information without lying.
Yeah, we need to think like fairies in this instance. We need to only give what is asked of us and to the letter.
Because the thing is, Floor's asking questions, but he's not asking specific questions. Who are these people? In what context? Things like that. That's what I've got my mind keen on. Is
A humanoid, someone invisible to you.
The Dresden Files has trained me for this moment.
you all joke. I'm trying to do some ninja shit, okay?
Nah, it's fine.
Hmm.
I'm just the guy who fucking turned our fucking Uber into overclock mode.
I'm trying to think of what we could.
I'm actually gonna go pee real quick too, since we have that break. Real quick.
All right. I'm trying to think of what information we can afford to give them. Cause, like, man.
But here's the thing, though. I think we kind of we also let Floor overstep their boundaries on something because they were just like, when we gave them an answer, they were just like, no, not that thing. I'm like, that's one question. We afforded them to skip the rules.
Yeah, we let them get away with it.
Yep, can't let that happen.
We need to establish these rules here, but we also need to play by them once we crack down on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get you. If only there were any pixies we could buy with pizza.
Yo, I want that pizza shuriken. I'm not gonna.
We can't use a flamethrower. Floor is immune to fire.
Yo, I really fucking want that pizza fucking boomerang. I want to try it.
Oh yes.
Me too. I don't even know if we have a Little Caesars here.
Pizza.
Gaijin shouldn't be too long. This is probably the longest pee he's ever taken.
He's dead. I can't
Oh,
believe
no.
it. He didn't pee in 3 seconds. He's gone. Oh, never mind.
No, you.
Okay. Whew. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry. Had a shotgun.
Oh. The pathway is blocked and Floor reappears, seemingly perturbed looking. And they turn to the rest of you, and the rest of you hear silence. Remy. You hear their voice enter only your mind. Now they've really dragged you into quite the mess now, haven't they?
Nothing. No words.
I could sense a great deal of determination rumbling around in that head of yours, but deep down underneath, such a crippling lake of doubt.
No words.
They're leading you to a path of destruction. Why don't you help me? I can make sure that you leave this place healthy and alive.
No words.
Or maybe not. The rest of you all hear the voice enter your mind, and it's weird because there was a bit of a pause first. The one that's not near you. The one that likes to travel branch to branch. Where do they come from?
The same
like
place we come from.
The trees kind of bend almost like, like a person would shift with intrigue.
It is not a lie, Floor.
I know it's not, and that's why I'm so satisfied. And you watch as he disappears and the path opens again. And Mike Crank goes, finally! And then just starts tearing ass.
Not until I shifted to maximum overdrive.
Hey-ya!
Everybody roll perception checks for me.
Ow, I hurt my foot.
You'll never catch me, crabs.
Oh, 15.
That was a really good plankton, Zito.
Thank you. 17.
It's almost like he's a voice actor.
Soft 20.
Okay.
That's my crank.
As you guys are moving, you begin to see other things amidst the trees and the roots. Stonework. A crooked lantern with broken glass where the fire would once be. An old tower bell lost amidst the roots. Swallowed in its entirety. You continue moving and you see a statue of a beautiful human woman that has been just engulfed, her entire back just pushed into the bark of a massive tree, almost like a child clutching a toy that they found at the beach. Anyone who wishes to can roll a history check for me.
Okay.
14.
Yes, Tori.
Man,
Roll
my
for Mike
crank's
Crank.
smart.
1, 2,
Mike?
2.
Mike Crank will not know.
That was a panic roll.
Was that a panic roll with the right modifier? Okay, I'll allow it.
With the right modifier.
Greckles and Panic. Exactly the same structure and work as the Orin Temple that led to the Underdark. And a 1-to-1 with the ancient forgotten stone of that battlefield where you found Lewis Straug's history.
Okay. What are those doing here?
Possible perception check to see if the roots have like torn into all of this work rather than just overlap into it.
No check necessary. Yes, it has ripped through like the cobblestone street. You can tell as you're walking, even you can hear it under the footsteps of Mike Crank. There's cobblestone beneath, and it's been, roots have kind of cropped up like dandelions and have burst through the stone. But there's a semblance of its retention, but not with any intent to maintain it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like sort of like Does anywhere look like it's sparse of where anything was man-made? Does it look like it's sparse of vegetation?
The cobblestone streets, but that's like not by a great margin.
Oh yeah, I
Like-
wasn't worried about the cobblestone streets. I'm worried about like anything else we could spot, like maybe the bell or something.
The bell has been swallowed by a tree. Like anything that seems to be something beautiful or different or strange, like the statues and the lamps and stuff like that, has been engulfed or has been like just completely coiled around by the work itself.
Vegetation.
Yeah,
Okay.
by the vegetation. Yeah. And as you guys make great pace with the haste spell, you guys are stopped as a wall of roots kind of comes up from the earth and stops you.
Fucking red lights.
This is bullshit.
I was
Floor-
born to go fast.
And Floor appears. I would like everyone to roll an insight check on Floor.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, 15.
13.
19.
Ooh. Okay. Not a great roll.
It's a soft 20 for Remy.
Task and Remy. You can't get quite a beat on it. And you've seen this creature very conniving, very suave. There seems to be a sense that they're kind of off base a little bit. Like they're a little bit off, not off kilter, like I'm going to stab you in the kidney, but like something's made them change a little bit.
Oh,
And they seem a little uninterested, like they seem a little less interested in you for the moment. And just in terms, like they seem annoyed that they have to now come talk to you, whereas before they really wanted to.
Ooh. Okay.
So above game, I'm pretty sure they just figured out who is with us and what their relation is to another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor and Ivan.
You watch as they look towards
But I don't
you.
know that in game. Sorry, continue.
I mean, you can assume you did insight, so you could, make that guess as a character.
Yeah.
Floor kind of turns to you and goes, "Before you get smart, not the one riding with you right now, the other one who is trailing behind, are they related to Ivan?" And there's a bite to that question.
Like I was saying above game, guys, the non-specifics. This is horribly specific.
Should
Man.
we be non-specific back?
Oh, I could. Do you want me to?
I will say with these insight checks, this question is definitely beyond the game at this point. Like before it was like, like fucking with you. This seems like a legitimate fucking question.
Because the
Man,
thing is,
how bad would a "we think so" answer be?
I was thinking more along the lines of they have some relation.
I was gonna say that we were told that they had relation.
I like that actually.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys good with that?
I'm very much okay with
Okay.
we were told they do so.
We've been told by other people that there is some relation.
Other people. Do those other people... Damn it. You watch as he just
Questions,
vanishes.
buddy boy.
Yeah, he vanishes. He can't answer it. He can't ask another one.
Oh, playing by his own rules.
Overdrive, please, overdrive.
Yes.
I imagine Task is on the head and somehow there's like a gear shift.
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
It's like one of those like the throttles, like just like you grab it and you push it forward. You guys rocket forward, bounding through the trees, and Mike Crank is definitely getting into kind of a rhythm of this. And as you breach over some trees, you would ask if there was a place where some of the forest was scarce. And as you breach through the trees and see in front of you a cobblestone promenade with a broken and just cracked and shattered fountain feature, in the far distance, lost amidst the trees, you see a crumbled and coiled, almost like a snake coiling around it, with a tree coming out of the centermost point. A castle, a capital city, swallowed by Floramorte.
Jeez.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Ah,
Oh God.
Hear that? We're going to see the elves.
real quick, how many kilometers are we out?
A lot. You've only been walking for
Yeah.
30 minutes almost. He stops you
Alright.
every 10 minutes.
All
so
right.
We've been going at double speed for 30 minutes.
you have. So I would say you guys at this point are maybe a kilometer in. Also, sorry for using kilometers. That's all I know.
No, it's fine. Like I
Oh,
can
man.
adjust. It's fine. All
We
right.
have the internet. We can fucking translate
use
it.
Google's.
Do your fucking homework, chat.
All right, I'm going to jump us
Man.
back over to some nice music now.
I just realized I could get us there instantly. But it would fuck us in the long run.
Don't forget,
Yeah.
Taylor's not with you either.
Yeah. That too.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom as well.
Oh,
It's a
fuck.
good idea, but I'm going to say you're smart enough to know it's probably not the play.
Fuck. I could do it. I could get us there instantly, but it would really suck for everybody else. Taylor and Mike Crank.
So nobody important.
Right. Not main characters.
And certainly not important side characters. But in
It's
terms
true.
of that
That's
useless robot and that NPC who should have never came in as a civilian in the way of a war, then yeah, we're fine. Fuck them.
Exactly. I can't believe she had this. Well, I kind of can. What? No.
I could say something here, but I can't, and I hate that I can't, and it makes me so frustrated.
All right, hang on.
Like, what Bosco's saying isn't frustrating me because it's Bosco saying it like usual. It's like because there's another half to this that you guys are not fucking seeing.
Yeah, we are not getting the other end of this conversation. I can't actually. Oh fuck.
Actually, that's not true. I don't go with the renegade option. I was a Paragon in Mass Effect.
Except for you punched the reporter, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I punched the reporter. But she was
Oh,
a
she deserved
bitch.
it.
She deserved it.
Yo, I'm back. So I have something I want to actually bring to you guys. Considering the fact that I caught the whole thing where it's just like, oh, they actually asked 2 questions, we just let it slide. Do you think we could pull some bullshit and just be like, doesn't that mean you owe us to ask you a question to make it even?
You could try. You could do a persuasion check and try.
Because I mean, like, you saw how honor bound they were to the question in the last one. Maybe we could fuck with them and switch it up.
I'm going to say, because I don't ever toot my own horn, I am proud of the answers of bullshit that I'm feeding this thing.
You have been killing.
Yeah,
it.
dude.
You've been doing a really good job.
All right, I'm gonna get something to eat myself. Actually,
Yeah,
I
go
gotta feed
for
my
it.
cat. I don't know why I'm sitting here. I need to feed the boy, or else he'll starve to death in like 5 seconds. That's you. You're the starving boy. You're the fat boy. Ooh.
You know, I've actually kind of learned something as I'm going through this process of trying to be better about a lot of things. It is very, very important, and this goes for everyone, to take pride in the things that you do, because there is it's good to stay humble, but too much humility and you stop believing in yourself.
And if you believe in yourself too much, you're an arrogant asshole. So that's a fine
Exactly.
line.
There's no winning.
There is no winning. There's only pain and suffering.
God, y'all are chipper tonight. The hell happened? I had a panic attack today. I thought I was going to be the Debbie Downer here tonight.
Like I said, Greckles, it's only pain and suffering.
God, when did you turn into Greckles?
Bro, listen, I'm listening to the
I've always been Greckles, Gaijin.
shit.
That's my secret, Greckles. I've always been Greckles.
I've been
One of us
dubbing
is
you
an
the whole
imposter.
time. I've just been doing my job. I'm a really good voice match.
I love that Courage the Cowardly Dog task picture. Goddamn.
I love the. Did you guys see the Vine animated one? We can't.
Yes.
We can't
Yeah.
unfortunately put animated stuff on the slideshow. We tried and it breaks the slideshow. But those were
Rolling Terrible, starring freaking
Starring
Seika.
Seika.
Also co-starring Seika, featuring Seika.
With special guest star Seika.
I love the one at the end where it's just like, I don't have a soul. I don't have one either. I'm like, that is the most Louis Strog thing I think I've ever seen. Plus, the visual of Louis Strog holding a balloon made me really happy.
Yeah.
I want to know what the fuck that horrendous noise was that came out of Task in that 1-1. In the... what fucking creature makes that horrendous noise? Because I want to use it on my streams.
Speaking of, who has Louis Strog's helmet?
Borky.
Mm-mm.
I thought Borky had it, because remember he took it off and I don't think anybody ever took it from him.
It was passed off to somebody. I think Task might have it, actually.
I have it.
Are you sure?
I wonder
I mean,
how
I'm a fucking inventory guy. At this point, I'm sure I have everything.
I'm wondering
I want
how
to check that list.
I'm wondering how that would work with a creature that doesn't technically have a head.
Well, I have it in my inventory. If someone wants to fucking if someone wants me to pass the buck and give it to someone else, let me know now.
I'll take it.
Very well, take it out of my inventory, my fucking Bible-esque fucking maze of a item list.
See, Dragonstone, I like how you think, man. I like how you think.
Someone said to put it on Fleur, but the problem is that the physical embodiment of Floramorte is just an avatar. It's not actually him. It wouldn't work.
You would have to put it on the heart itself.
Oh, that's why he's shitty.
What do you mean? Bosco?
Avatar.
God damn it. His name is James Cameron, the greatest pioneer.
Whoa.
No budget too steep, no.
Dude, I love the fact that Titanic was supposed to be like a heart-stopping action movie. I love that. And then freaking Cameron Diaz makes a song, and all of a sudden it has to be a love story now.
Why?
Obviously, your heart will go on.
Hey, Mike, how many kids do I have now? Like, is that like a literal thing? Because I have no children at all. If we're referring to my cats, I have 2. And then if we're referring to, I don't know, too many.
Celine Dion, not Cameron Diaz. Right.
I mean, animal.
Yes.
I have, my rats unfortunately all passed away, but I have 2 cats and I have a very fat frog. So she's been eating like crazy too. Like every time I go and like fill up her water dish or like do something, she like attacks me and it scares me a lot. So I have to feed her every night right now.
I think we all know who really runs this household.
Yeah, it scares me, man.
Every cat owner knows that.
Yeah,
Gert's
but this
like-
is a frog we're talking about.
It's really funny because like you said that and I turned over and looked at her and her face is pointing directly at me and it's just like gives off a threatening aura.
Say the line.
I'll feed her again. I got her favorite worm, so she's very, very happy.
She has a preference?
Yeah, she does.
You
Hates
gave
crickets.
the creature a preference.
I didn't do anything. It just happened. She hates crickets because they're too small. She will take a mouse if she's really hungry, but she doesn't generally like them that much. Hornworms I have to like smash them up against her face for her to take hornworms. Her favorite food are night crawlers, which are basically like giant earthworms. Those are her favorite food.
Frog eat
Hot
mice.
damn.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also something you can't show because now apparently on YouTube and Twitch, if you feed live animals to another animal, like not a bug,
don't
but
feed,
like
don't feed
like
live.
a mouse or anything, you will
Yeah.
get fucking so destroyed.
I don't recommend either. And when I say I feed mice, it's like it's frozen thawed. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
right,
feed
right.
live. You should. I highly recommend never feeding live unless you absolutely have no other choice. Your animal's gonna starve. Like
Can I
don't
just
do it.
fucking-
It's it's a risk for both of the animals. Like the little rodents, they will absolutely attack your snake, like 100%. Like that's why we didn't sell live feed at the pet stores that I worked at, because people would come in and be like, your mouse or whatever bit my snake and now it won't eat and now it's starving, and then we get blamed for it. And it was just like, fucking don't do that. They will fight back. Like
They'll fight
anyway.
you.
Can I just fucking say how much joy every time I see the Nelly the Owl task picture?
Yeah.
I that is my favorite one.
I actually went. I want you to know, just because of the quick zoom in with Greckles and the chips, today I went out specifically for this to eat those seaweed and salt chips for break.
Oh.
Nice.
I love that one with Tiengo and his thick pecs. Like, it's just so funny. All right.
Oh. Should we
No more fun.
read bits
No
and
more
such,
fun.
or
Oh, right. Can we do it at the end? Because we
Sure,
might be a little
yeah.
time.
I was just
Oh,
no, I was
God,
just
oh, no.
asking.
Is Floor gonna have the hiccups?
I get
Better
off. I get off of my crank and just pat Floor's back.
Look at
All
the
right.
sun. Look at a bright light.
I know, I'm working on it.
Could scare
Alright.
you.
Oh, I'm the one doing the scaring today. Also, I do need to message.
Let me get my duck whistle so we can make sure of that.
Let's check my.
You know, I wonder what would happen if we used that scroll of entangle on Floor.
It wouldn't work.
Would it?
It would not.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's tangle up the forest guy in the forest that he controls. That'll work.
I just wonder mechanically how it would work, like a save or something.
So he wouldn't have to roll the save. He would fail intentionally. The vines would wrap him up, and then he would immediately make them fall to the ground.
Guys,
He
that's
controls
like
them.
that's like throwing a wet towel at someone.
Hey, you never know. They might stumble into a pool.
It's just like it's just like a 2-second flap, and then just really.
Hey! You can get a good head start as they're pulling the towel off their face.
Okay. So.
Okay.
As you guys. Fuck off, Connor. As you guys look out into the cityscape, just completely eviscerated. It almost looks like the trees burst up from under the earth and just like exploded, destroying the buildings around. You walk, and Mike Crank continues in this fast pace, his feet clanging against the stone cobblestones that have been left in a moderate, untouchedness. There are all manner of houses. If they were made out of wood, they are now gone. You see kind of stone garrison with like roots just bursting from the windows and the doors. A market plaza where there's just like old faded fabric. If they were dyed, the dye is yet but faded over time. And you guys walk. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Not get off Mike Crank.
Yeah, not get off the fucking robot that's keeping us magically levitated away from the tree man.
Trying to think if there's anything we could do.
What's your concentration say on the spell?
I mean, I have it for like
It's 24 hours.
yeah, a 24-hour period. So
No, I know, but I'm asking, what's the direction say?
Oh, I would assume just northwest continuously.
Yeah, it
Right,
seems to bend to the left of your current position down the cobblestone road, but doesn't go into the city proper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that was my question. Because I'm just like, all right, are we going into the city or? Away
You know
from
what?
the city?
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be just a little stupid, Monty. I would like to do a perception check to see if there's anything of worth or value that's just strewn on the road or in buildings or anything like that. I'm
Go
just
ahead
curious.
and roll a perception check.
15.
No, anything here either was picked clean, was completely destroyed, or as you've noticed with Floramorte's kind of tendencies, may be inside of a tree.
Gotcha.
It's a shame. You do see some waving, sort of like kind of what's the word? Not it's the like a banner, like floating banners on certain buildings that probably once had something on them that may have told you more about this place. Remy and Task, you notice them in particular because of your backgrounds that, they stand out for that reason. Like you would see these on castles, Remy, easily, but they would have some sort of family sigil or some sort of,
Right.
identifier.
Question, is there anything that we can see that would indicate make based on the architecture?
With those previous history checks, it is human.
Okay.
This is a human civilization, probably the ancient Alivastian human civilization that was wiped out.
Okay, we'll follow that light.
Okay, you guys keep following. 10-minute passes, and then the cobblestone wrenches up forward, and the earth carves, and a giant tree stops in front of you.
Could I have been doing something while they were doing that?
Sure, absolutely.
The second Floramorte left the last time, I would count in my head exactly 10 minutes and compare and contrast. Just to see, because Floor just established that they don't have a great grasp on time.
That's true. They could not know what 10 minutes actually is.
So I would like to count exactly 10 minutes in my head.
Okay, as you guys continue moving, you keep track of the time. 13 minutes had passed before the ground burst up before you. And Fleur appears, like much closer to you guys this time, but seemingly like unknowing to Mike Crank's presence.
Look at him, Mike Crank shins. You! Wait.
Everyone roll insight checks on Floramorte.
Oh boy, I bet he's having fun. 15.
15.
With
Oh wait, no, 21.
Yeah, you're 21. 15 was mine.
Any higher?
14.
It's a 22.
Anger, but a controlled anger. Floramorte's face just snaps towards you, and before even, there's no whimsy, there's no twisting the dagger. Very quickly, his question comes to you. Who is Brork Bronzefang?
I can answer that, but I also have to bring something up. I will give you an answer, but you have to understand this, Floor. You broke the rules a few questions ago. You asked 2 questions.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage. He's pissed.
He angry.
God damn it.
He's not bound to this.
Yeah, 11. I guess he's not bound. I am still gonna give him an answer.
He just stares up at you, Task, and you see the face just furrow, and you hear the bending, and the stone beneath you is grinding into pebbles as you see him go, I have set the basis of the rules of this game, you little worm. I shall remove them and simply kill you if it would amuse you so. Now answer my question. Who is Brork Bronzefang?
An orc.
Thank you. Fuck you, Floor.
He descends back, and the path clears open for you.
I want to see.
I was thinking the same fucking thing. Thank you.
I just want his fucking what the camera's on the back of his head as he's dipping down from the camera. It's just Taz with a middle finger up and looking down at him with a smile.
I'm glad y'all catching on.
All right, you guys move forward.
I'll begin to then count aloud every minute. With every minute that passes, I'll go 1, 2.
Do we have a
3.
32 minutes passes as the haste spell ends.
Man.
And the trees before you return back into this normal forest. There's actually a valley you have to cross over top of, like a fallen tree to get across. And as you're going over that fallen tree, it folds back upwards, stopping you in place, and Floor reappears in one of the knots of the tree, just as Torso comes out, and he looks towards you. I apologize for losing my temper. That was unhospitable, now wasn't it?
Mayhaps.
I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm just a little bit pent up, I suppose.
Any particular reason?
Bork Bronzefang is not a native orc to these lands. He's from your beautiful city. How old is he?
You know what? I don't actually know.
We don't know,
He's young.
actually.
He's younger than us.
Is he?
I think he's like 25.
If you don't know, tell the truth, and he can't get any information.
We'll you know what? I'm gonna fucking have to speak up again. We actually don't know.
Then give me an approximate.
I don't like somewhere between 20 and 30.
Yeah,
Guys,
younger than us.
24, 20 something.
Sorry, Floor, it's not a lie.
We're not lying. We don't know his age.
What is the lifespan of an orc? He vanishes and disappears.
I mean, he can't be angry. We just legit don't know.
Oh, and also, good. Have fun calculating what that means in tree time, genius.
So I have a question. How are you going to call yourself King of the Forest, but you've been played like a jester? It's just, it's funny.
Let's not say that to his face, please.
That's why I didn't do the accent.
The fact that he showed up 32 minutes later kind of threw my plan out of whack, but in a good way, I guess.
Keep on going down the trail, then. It would be good to keep track of the time, though, because if he has no sense of time and he stops us early, we can just tell him we have more
we
time.
can go, 10 minutes, man.
I will say this. Panic. After he leaves and before you start counting, roll just a general insight check, I would say, for you.
Here we go. 12.
You guys are kind of cheering the fact that, you know, he can't keep track of time, but you're just like, that idea doesn't sit right with you. Something is bothering you.
You think he's moving our destination?
Well,
I would know.
Greckles would know.
I absolutely would know if that destination is shifting.
If he moved the destination, the spell would automatically fail because it would move, right? That's one of the, parts of the spells.
Is that within his power to do, though?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He doesn't know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You never answered that.
Nope.
We were never asked.
And I've got a good answer if he asks.
Oh no, he did. He did ask, but that was before the rules were put into place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have to answer that one. So, I got a strange feeling when because he's not able to keep track of time.
He is spending. I don't want to give you the answer, obviously.
He's probably
Who else
spending
is
more
he
time
talking to, Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
more infatuated with Taylor, so he's spending more and more time over there getting information. And we don't know if Taylor can keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Because he keeps coming back and asking you stuff, probably based on whatever Taylor's telling him, which is why I didn't want that shithead here in the first place. But here we are.
It's fine.
I'll say this. I gotta say it. Taylor's saving your asses right now.
Yeah, I know. I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
I wanted him here specifically to be a distraction.
He's playing the same game.
I got no haste left, guys. So we're back on
fine.
turtle mode.
It's fine.
That's fine. We just need to be able to keep this up.
Wait, do we know how far we are from the location? Does
Yes.
Greckles have that?
Yes, I would.
So how close?
Last we checked, 30 minutes back, it was 1 kilometer away.
You're about 2 kilometers now with the haste.
Haste
So
is
aren't we
gone at this
close?
point. So we got 1 kilometer left.
This thing is 20 kilometers away.
Oh, for
excuse
fuck's
me.
sake.
Yeah.
Right, but we only got... So wait, we've only gone 2 kilometers this entire time?
Yeah, he's stopping you every 10 minutes around.
Oh my
Well,
god.
we had haste, and we've also been getting stopped less frequently. But we've only done 2 kilometers with all those factors.
Yeah, because you're on the back of a robot, and he's not the fastest.
All right.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We're gonna Unfortunately, if we keep this up, this is gonna be the whole fucking session.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
fine.
That's fine. Fuck it.
That's fine. Keep going.
Yeah, I wonder what Taylor is telling.
That's. Well, apparently he's saving our ass. So even if he's blabbing, apparently it's helping. So whatever. I guess let him talk and pray.
25 minutes pass and Floor reappears, not blocking your path, but now walking alongside you. They don't say anything for about 2 minutes. Their arm is kind of crossed behind their back.
Something vexing you?
I can't decide whether I want you to be alive or dead. When you first came here, it was so easy, but now it's so complicated.
You know, Floor, in all fairness, we didn't come to bear you any ill will.
Tell me, the rules of the game now subsided, and a simple show of good faith. Who decided to come here? Was it you, or was it Taylor?
I'm gonna insight that.
Go ahead, yeah.
15!
Can't get a read.
Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a shot. Yep. And now 11.
In all honesty, Floor, we decided to come here.
His eyes kind of narrow towards you. He seems to be very lost in thought. And the trees almost seem to be swaying idly. Like pacing before a forest. Your companion isn't hiding any secret nuggets of knowledge, are they?
To be completely honest, we don't know them that well. And that is no lie.
I meant the one that's next to you.
Oh, him? No, he's just kind of here for the ride.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not wrong.
That's not a lie.
I know,
It's a
but you
persuade. It's a persuade.
persuade him. Yeah.
14.
Okay, you're totally fine. He just seems bored by that, just like lame, like just kind of like.
Sorry. Sorry, Floor. I don't know what to tell you, man. He's just here. He's our +1.
Wow, I can't believe how meta
You finally found the anti-floor.
Remy just lifts up the visor on his helmet. I'm just here for the food.
Oh, shit.
Why are you here then? If not, then to deliver Taylor to me. Why are you here?
We hear that there's something very interesting here, and we're very curious about it.
You watch as he steps very quickly towards you, Greckles, and then runs into Mike Crank's arm, like, and steps back a couple paces.
Clotheslines himself. Boom. Ah!
KO.
He kind of sighs and looks up to you. He goes, "Well, here it is. There's nothing, in the words of my precious Ivan, any more interesting than me."
Well, in that case, all the more reason to be here, isn't it?
And yet you don't seem to want to talk to me very much, do you? Not
I'm
like
talking-
Taylor.
I'm talking to you right now, Floor.
You seem to be quite smitten with Taylor, as a matter of fact.
Roll an insight after you say that.
Oh, it's just him or all?
No.
Panic.
Oh, dang.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, buddy.
13.
Can't get a read on him.
How do you have a +9 and you haven't rolled above a 15?
Roll20 hates me, dude.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Fuck you,
That's
Roll20.
why I love reliable talent right now. It's like half the
Oh,
things
look
that
at
are
you.
going.
The fucking bard can't do it like
Reliable
somebody.
talent. I'm looking at my jack of all trades, just weeping.
Fucking-
No such
like, I
thing-
keep. I'm like, that is a 9, right? It's not like a negative 9.
That
It's
is a
not.
4. That is a 4 plus 4 plus 5.
There's no such thing as a bad roll when I critically need to
I'm
get
just
something done.
Unfucking believable.
I'm
sorry,
just fucking
Panic.
like Dante Pizza Goblin meme dancing on my crank's shoulder.
Bro, can we get Sega back just so that you look better, like with somebody else?
Wow.
Like Mark,
Wow.
you need Mark here because it really makes
All
you look
right,
good.
all right. Rein
Let's
it in.
go. Let's go.
Floramorte gives you this look, and then the eyes close, and that goes back into the artwork, the smile. Ah, I forgot about our game. What happened to the other one that was with you? The one that was hiding within his own little shell? Consider it a morbid curiosity. He seemed rather old when he came in here, and you did say that time had passed, so perhaps, well, inevitabilities be what they are for such things like you.
Has Floor
I
closed
have
the door? This is important. Did Floor close anything off?
They
Or is he-
actually haven't. He's just walking with you at this point.
If we
Now-
still have the.
Oh, what's up? I'm playing a game. I'm trying to play a game here, but what's up?
I have a fucking very general answer, but go ahead.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm going to be purposefully just speaking just a little bit more slowly than usual conversational talk. Yes, our good friend, the turtle. I think you had some sort of paladin oath about him. We haven't quite seen him in quite some time. It seems like there was some sort of an emergency he had to tend to. Fun fellow, though. And I'm just going to ramble on about him, just not really giving away too much.
Good.
Mhm.
You're playing the game I was trying to play. Good.
You take about 5 minutes of his time just explaining that, and he seems very bored by the conversation. And
But
then,
honestly, we haven't heard from him in a while.
you watch as he's sitting there and he looks very bored. Then suddenly his eyes kind of go open and he vanishes, just disappears, like something called him.
Connor, you just pulled a fucking Gordon. You just posted cringe. You're going to lose subscriber.
Lord Demort, would you like a position?
This is what happens when you run a scary session: is that your players will 100% meme to balance it out. You know.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
get
to cope.
I
Is
don't
this
want to
a-
poo.
Is
I
this a
don't want to
Half-Life
poo.
thing?
Yes.
We don't
Monta-
have any employees that are trees.
I don't want to poo my pants, Monty. Please let me have this.
Okay. You guys continue walking, and just like the first time when Floramorte appeared and showed himself, the trees swallow you into an orb. You guys stop, and Floor appears. Well. The game is now over.
Oh man.
Thank you for playing. And now I present a new game. No funny business. No thinking your way around your words that I've so gleefully noticed in our conversations. Taylor has requested very politely that I don't kill you. I don't know what you're up to, so I can't make that promise. You claim to be tourists, enjoying the sights. But I know that to be a lie. You're here for something else. And I want to know what that is. What it honestly is. And while I will not kill you outright, we'll simply play another game. You win, You get to go wherever you want to go. You lose, you die.
We'd be a fool to step into the game without knowing the rules.
He watches his head careens forward. I will carve a forest path before you, and I will lay bare all of my heart if you can make your way through to the other end. And gather the little sparks of me that I've lost along the way. I will let you go wherever it is you need to go.
One very simple condition, because we are out exploring your glorious woods, Floor. You keep them as they are. Not a harsh request, I don't think.
When you enter, I will not shift them, but as for what resides within, all of me has always been there.
Can we do a quick wrap above game, just real fast?
So his deal is you go through a part of his forest with parts of him laid bare, which you have no idea what the fuck that means. Collect sparks of himself, and if you succeed at it, you get to go to wherever you need to go. But you have to tell him where you're going. That's the deal.
That's
What do these
what I
sparks
want to...
look like? Okay, I have a question. What do these sparks look like?
They're like little flames, little crumbs left behind of the summer queen I had so conveniently ate. They like to fall out of place time to time. And before you get any smart ideas, it's nothing you could take advantage of. It's like cleaning.
So maybe like pest control then?
You're the pests doing the control.
That's 100% fair.
And while I did promise Taylor I wouldn't kill you outright if you were to die, well, no hard feelings.
I would assume that it would be a, quote, outside source.
Yes, what has already existed.
Looks to the guys, I think that's a fair deal.
Give me 1 second as you guys powwow on this.
We can't lie to him, not easily, and if we do, we're dead.
Yeah.
I would say that we tell him that we're interested in the curios of the Feywild. Because that is not dishonest and it is 100% true, but it is not giving away exactly what we're doing.
And to be fair, like, we don't know what the fuck we're looking for outside of vague ideas.
Yeah, so I elect that we tell him we're looking to explore, basically we're looking to explore the Feywild for our own curiosity, because that is 100% true. And it does not tell him what our overall objective is. But it is 100% honest of what it is that we're trying to do.
It's honest of what we're looking for. But it doesn't give away what we want to do with it.
So we could just be like, we seek a way into the Feywild?
No.
Yep.
Well, not that specific. It's more along the lines of we want to explore the curios of the Feywild. Because if we say we want to find essentially the gate, he's going to probably ask what for. So this is a very, very broad but all-encompassing answer to the question.
Okay, I'm back. So what do you tell them?
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Suppose so.
Bosco?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Floor, to be completely honest, we've been traveling to many different places, many different planes, and we wish to explore the curios of the Feywild.
Immediately as you say the Feywild, you hear the trees crack, some branches actually crash down around you.
Oh, whoa.
And his eyes go wide. Go ahead and roll an insight check on that one.
Yeah. The world's falling around
So Monty, above game, I know why he did that reaction. Would I know in game without you having to tell anybody?
I don't think you would know.
And I don't think my character would know is the thing because it happened so long ago. And there'd be no. It's not like they write books.
Can you message? Can you message me and maybe let me know? Yeah, message me and let me know.
But I will roll the insight regardless.
19 on my insight.
It's 15 for Remy.
15 for Greckles.
15.
Damn.
I'll just wait for Bosco's message before we continue on. You guys having fun?
I'm spooked.
Tree.
Tree scary. It not Halloween yet, please.
Tree.
No, nature's trying to kill us, but for fuck's sake.
It's the one sad thing about my birthday. Halloween just got. I know you don't care, Zito, because I know you're a Halloween boy. But it's just like September rolls around and it's Halloween time. Oh,
bro, Halloween's my anniversary.
That's fair.
Spooky month.
Someone needs to make our characters do the skeleton dance.
All right, we're good. So I don't know that. Cool.
Do you want to roll an insight check though?
I did.
You did.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. None of you know whether that was a surprised reaction, a confused reaction, a fearful reaction, or an angry reaction. There's no read there, but the shock is there. And Floor kind of smiles and leans in and goes, "Why, if you wanted the flesh peeled from you, you could have just asked me if that's truly what you want." Or have you not delved enough hellscapes to satisfy your curiosities?
We're adventurers. It's what we do.
We're mortals, Floor. Trying to learn what is unknownst of us is what we do best.
So you want my gate, do you?
Greckles shrugs. I mean, he made it clear. Unless you can't see shrugs.
I collected that gate thousands of years ago, when I was still just a little sapling. Very well. I will warn you. That door is a one-way ticket to the Feywild. However you enter, you cannot exit the same way.
We understand the risks. But that's what great adventures... But that's what great adventure is all about.
It just feels like such a waste that I could kill you, but a promise is a promise. Very well, the game begins.
Looking around... Oh, sorry.
There are 3 pieces of myself. Be careful which corner you turn into. And keep your eyes about you. Oh, and have fun. I'll be keeping Taylor company until you're done. Or if you never finish.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Insight that. How dubious is this? Natural 20.
14.
Nice.
14.
You get the sense with the natural 20 Greckles and your history with strategy and you know, really, really boring conversation. This plan was probably made by Taylor. And there's this element of what Taylor's fate is in this agreement that you're not sure of.
Yeah, this seemed a little too easy for him to just give it to us. We understand above game. We understand that the parts of him, quote unquote, that we're trying to clean up are not direct actions of him. So I'm assuming they're horrible creatures of sorts that we're essentially having to go in and take out, but it's not under his direct control. So I feel like we would have a bit more of a chance. Assumptions, of course.
All right.
Greckles will just internally winces at the idea of what Taylor gave up to give us the opportunity.
And Floramorte goes to disappear. He stops and he turns and goes, "You mortal things are made up of your choices. Don't pout now that Taylor made one." And you watch as he disappears.
I hate that.
I will say the natural 20, and I never have this in my games. Nothing about it's sexual. I just want to say that out loud. Nothing about it's weird, but it's definitely not giving you good vibes.
Yeah.
So.
Floor doesn't seem one to be interested in that, but more along the lines of like masochism and torture. So
Exactly what I was afraid of.
yeah.
That's why I didn't want Taylor to come.
If he didn't come, we'd have been screwed.
Yeah, but at least it would have been us that has to deal with it. Now we have to let him suffer the fate.
There is no dealing with Floor. There is not. There is no barging in, fighting our way through. It was 12 miles to get here.
We'll show Floor.
Ugh.
I was gonna say.
Pull out the face slicer and stab the ground.
Has Floor, when Floor opened the way, did he move all of his vines and stuff too? Like, is he inviting us to be on foot?
He is inviting you guys to walk. At this point, he himself, I mean, everything in here is technically him, but the hostility beyond what just is, you get the sense that this game is a trial. It's like a trial to prove yourself worthy, of this. It's a chance that you were given, granted by something that Taylor did. You have no idea, to give you a chance to play a game with this Fae that could get you what you want and entertain him at the same time. But if you guys get off Mike Crank, your feet touch the ground, he's not cheating you. He's not going to do that. You can walk on the ground.
Okay.
The ceiling above you, I will say this, the canopy, like if you get the sense that if you try to leave or fly away, I'll just say this for your sake, Greckles, he will straight up fucking kill everybody else. You're breaking the rules of the game.
No. How high is the canopy, though? That's important.
Currently, right now, where you are standing, the canopy is about 40 feet tall.
I'm wondering if he'll let us climb and move around him.
Well, as you guys move forward, you see up ahead that the path narrows into a massive, probably 10-foot tall, turned over empty log that has been hollowed out in the middle. You can see grass growing within. And I'm going to take us over to our map.
Oh boy. I'm excited.
Here is the map.
Where do you wish to go?
Bottom right corner.
Oh goodness, there it is. Yay, it's purple.
That's my favorite color of nature.
I was about to say, I thought yellow or orange was your favorite.
Orange is my favorite.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I bought you the wrong dice for your birthday those years ago.
No, it's fine. Like, I'm still glad you gave me the dice, but yeah, orange is my favorite color.
Oh, speaking of birthdays.
What is the range of everybody's dark vision?
120.
I would assume my own, because I've got gaggles.
Okay. For the sake of this, any wall is just thick, knotted tree, right?
Sure.
That he's made into a wall.
Oh.
Pretty flowers. I hate them.
Do they seem to be in the same vegetative make as Floor?
Yes, everything here is. Purple leaves, large, like anything about it is purple, unnatural, and very strange. I mean, this is all Floor. Floor's avatar is just what it is.
Sure. I just wasn't sure if this was unique foliage compared to what we've seen with Floor's.
This seems fairly unique, yes. Notably, the main petals of these flowers are more vibrant in the sense that they are a much lighter shade of purple compared to the rest of the very deep, deep colors that you've seen thus far. And as the trial begins, I need you guys to roll initiative. The entire time through this trial, you guys are going to be performing in initiative rounds.
22.
20.
9.
It's a nat 20.
Nice.
All right.
And for Mike Crank, I will roll his initiative.
It's gonna be garbage
just-
because his dex is garbage.
Yeah, his dex.
Nat 20.
Is oof.
Oh, not
Not
bad.
bad.
16.
Right. Layer action, because Floor is the layer, he's gonna
Yeah,
get top
he's-
priority, even with a natural 20. I'm
The
sorry.
map rolls for initiative.
Yeah. And then with the natural 20, Remy, do you want to go before or after Greckles? Because Greckles did technically roll higher, but
I'll let Greckles go first. It's fine.
okay.
That's good. I've got exit strategies.
And then we have Task. Panic. Oh wait, what did Mike Crank get in total?
16.
Oh wow, not bad.
What the bot doing?
I am
Mike-
picking
Mike-
pretty
Mike
flowers.
Mike Crank is just kind of vibing. He's just been like just hanging out with you guys. I mean, he clearly has no understanding of what the hell is going on. And considering your conversations have been completely internal, you know, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting stopped every now and again for a few minutes and having to wait. So, as the trial begins, you see some flowers up ahead of you.
Cool.
I would like to ritual. Wait, no. We're in initiative.
You're in
Never mind.
initiative, yeah.
Are they still?
Yep, they're not moving.
I guess I'm up. Is that a yes?
Yep, you're
Okay.
you're first. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to Inviso Mage Hand to just like touch the flower as my action.
Okay. All right, as your action, you reach out the mage hand and you just gently kind of like, you know, when you're it's so bad. You ever just see like a giant leaf? You just want to like down hand slap that leaf, like you're like just have that
High
urge.
five the leaf.
High five
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to do it with any sort of malicious intent. It's
Yeah,
a very
you're just-
gentle feel.
Okay. You watch as one of the vines on the plant snatches towards where the hand was with this sort of like thorny vine as a reaction.
Something tells me that these things aren't going to let us through. I'm not sure. I don't want to just outright attack it. They're hostile, definitely. How tall? How high up are they?
They stand at probably about 5'5".
If we were on top of my crank, would we technically be above them?
No, they could probably still reach out for you. You'd be within
Okay.
5 feet, even on top of my crank.
Hang on a second. I need to understand the. Let's see here.
It was an action to cast Mage Hand.
Right. And I can't move it again without another action, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold then. I don't want to do anything crazy, but I want to prove the fact that if anything brushes up against it, it will attack.
Remy, it is now your turn. You just watched as you guys are looking out into this tunnel, which, by the way, this tunnel is about 10 feet tall, so it's going to be a bit of a squeeze for Mike Crank, but the rest of you guys are going to make it in pretty okay. You watched as you were kind of just watching the plants just to see what they do, and you watched as one suddenly just lashed out at nothing and then recoiled the vine back in. Remy.
And I would relay the information about what just happened.
And you didn't move to attack them, right? You're just holding.
It was just a very light. It was just a very gentle touch.
All right, Remy will move here, and I'm gonna full defense.
Defend yourself against the vegetable.
Correct. He can't hit
Task
me
it.
anyway. I'm not in his reach.
Task, it is now your turn.
God, I don't know if this is gonna fucking work, but you know what? Screw it, because we're not trying to attack these things, and also we don't know what the fuck is going on. I am gonna stay on Mike Crank and cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay.
So long as you're within 30 feet of me and or like obviously on top of Mike Crank, everyone has a +10 to Dex stealth.
We won't be able to fit on Mike Crank and move through. It'll be
Alright,
Task can. I would say Task can
Yeah.
because he's a small creature. The rest of you guys, absolutely not.
Damn it all.
Task is Yoda-ing it right now in my head.
Yeah.
All right, well, oh fuck's sake. The only other saving grace I have is that I also have the fucking ability that if something attacks me and I move away from it, I have it has disadvantage to hit me.
Yep.
Oh, ballsack, fuck it. I'm the scout. Here I
mean-
going. What?
I was gonna say that's fair because we don't know. Like it may not have known what it was, and Floor may tell it not to attack us specifically. So that's kind of smart, actually.
All right, well, here I go moving forward.
Okay.
I have passed that trace, so I'm stealthing +10 to my stealth.
Okay.
Do I do it here or do I wait?
Go ahead and roll stealth check.
35.
Nice. Now don't forget you can't move through enemies, so when you're measuring your distance.
Yeah,
Little by little.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on that, so I've only moved 15 at this point. And that is 60.
Okay. Task as you move through avoiding these plants. The rest of you watch as each time that Task moves past one, you watch as the flowers unfurl and the vines begin to tighten and move and shift as the kobold, despite how stealthy he is. I mean, you barely notice him, but the plants seem to somehow see him.
But they didn't attack him, correct?
They did not.
They're not attacking? Alright, well. Task is just gonna fucking go ahead. I'm gonna free action talk.
Okay.
They're following, but not attacking.
It's Mike Crank's turn.
Oh, Christ.
Oh. What is my directive?
He's gonna have
Yeah.
to move
I
forward
have
at
an
some
idea. Oh, fuck, I have an idea. I could have helped. Shit. Fuck.
Hindsight is 2020 or whatever they say. I don't know.
Stop
Fuck!
thinking yourself.
But you know what? You
What
probably would have
is-
told me it didn't work anyway. Fuck.
All right,
It's an
what's Mike
idea,
Crank gonna
it's-
do?
What am I going to do?
Panic, you remain director, so
Okay.
All right, so I assume I'm gonna have to get off.
I'm assuming you guys are off him. I just put you there just
Oh.
because that would give you, I needed where you are.
Would Mike Crank? I guess if he were directed to, he would just try to step over the flowers on his way over there.
Or like side settle.
The 10-foot clearance, absolutely not.
Like side settle.
You could if you want him to try.
Just shimmy along.
Yeah,
like a
just-
Tetris piece.
Just pull a
Oh, wait,
link.
potions don't work. Fuck, he's a construct. I would have said just use the
Yeah.
potion of levitation.
No.
All right.
God damn it.
He can only move that far with a dash action because he's taking his time to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 30 feet. Oh.
Yeah, but it's halved because he's squeezing up against the walls.
Oh, there you go.
Panic, it is now your turn.
Great. So the canopy is thick, but the walls are high here, correct?
Where you're standing right now, yes.
Okay.
But the pathway's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, the pathway ahead, which is an overturned log that has been hollowed out and has these plants growing in it, is 10 feet tall.
And that's basically leading to other paths.
Yeah. Up ahead, you can see it leads off to some other paths.
Hmm. And there's like tree coverage all throughout like here, right?
Oh yeah. Like that's a log. Like you're straight up going into a log to get into this next area that opens up into more forest, you assume.
So wait, I'm confused here. So like right here is the log. Here is
So-
the log.
No, so this entire length here you're looking at, this is all a log that's been flipped down.
Oh, this
and
is
is hollowed
all
out.
a log.
Yeah,
the
it
whole
seems
thing.
to open up around here. Where you're standing right now is like open forest where Floramorte has essentially let you start.
Okay, so we have to go through the log to get into here.
Yeah.
It-
Anything to the left or right of you, anything that's black is completely like you can't go through it. No matter how squirmy you are, you can't go through it.
It's like Ocarina of Time Lost Woods logs to go through.
Mhm. That's a good one, Gaijin.
Mhm.
That's a perfect reference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose there's nothing for it then. I suppose I'll just be on my merry way carefully through the logs as well.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
I will say for this that Mike Crank is squeezed up to the top left of where you guys currently are. Like he's not standing on top of Task and Panic. He's just like squeezed up against the side. Alrighty. Floramorte's turn. As those plants have been disturbed, two of them are going to reach out towards Panic and Task. So. Oh, I don't have to roll for this. I need to make a DC. I need to make a Constitution saving throw for me, Task.
Constitution.
Yeah, it's a failure, probably 7.
Yeah. As you are walking, the flower you were next to stealthing up beside, you're like, oh shit, they have blind sense. And you watch as it lets out this burst of pollen, and you are unconscious as it poisons you.
I can't be poisoned.
No, yeah, he's immune to poison.
Yeah, we're immune to poison.
Oh, then you're totally fine because
Hell
of the
yeah!
Hero's Feast.
Awesome.
But it's not done.
Oh
it
my
has two
God.
more things it will do. I need to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, please. I have a 9.
You're better
in
at
this.
that.
16.
Okay, you're totally fine. As the puff of pollen comes out, you're like, oh, I've been poisoned. Wait, you realize you haven't, and then you watch as another kind of bulbous end of this flower turns towards you and spits out acid. You manage to duck your head down as it sprays across the side of the log.
What I'd
Yeah.
like to imagine is that it puffs like shit in my face. I sneeze so hard I bend forward and just dodge the acid.
And for its last attack, that's gonna be a 10 to hit you.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you watch as that vine that you watch like snap out towards the mage hand snaps out towards you, and you manage to like sidestep it out of the way. The second one, reacting to Panic's presence, you can't be poisoned. So again, this orange like dust appears and doesn't affect you. But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, Panic.
Okay. 18.
You're good. You duck underneath of the acid spray, and it's going to reach out for you. That is going to be a 17 to hit you.
Ah, that just hits.
Damn it. And you take 3 points of piercing damage as the vine wraps around your neck. It like lashes around your neck and pulls you down. You are considered grappled.
Fuck.
That ends Floor's turn. It is now Greckles. It is now your turn. Do you guys want me to change the music, or is this
No,
fine?
no, this is
Okay.
fun. I like this.
Okay.
This is very appropriate. Is it an action to attempt to free a?
Yes.
I hate. 15, 10, 15. Gonna have to. I'm gonna end here. Two things. I'm gonna hold my breath because I don't know any better.
Okay.
That's like what, a minute per con?
Yeah, with a minimum
Modifier?
of 1. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold my
in combat, it's a turn. So out of combat, it's a minute per Constitution modifier, just for roleplay purposes. But when you're in combat, it's a round per con modifier before you start drowning.
And I believe suffocation is a minute +1 per con.
Okay. I mean, I'm just holding my breath because I didn't, I don't know if I'm gonna get what I'm being blasted with.
This is fun.
Isn't it though? Because okay, so I hate to say it, I don't know if I want to take the dodge action or try to get panic back up because I don't know how. Like, this could just be Tiny Flower screwing with us.
Hey, we're inside his game, so at this point it's like, hey, bruh, game started. Chop.
Yeah.
Remy, you're up after Greckles. All right, chop. You gotta hurry up here.
I know. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take the defense, the dodge action at this point.
Taking the dodge action? Absolutely. All right. That brings us now to Remy. It is now your turn as you see your companions trepidatiously proceed forward as these flowers lash out and spit out something.
Got it. Hey, Connor, are you going to use Mantle of Inspiration on your turn? Because it'll change what I do.
Ooh, that would be a pretty good idea.
Because it would let us use our reactions to get the fuck out of here.
That would be a pretty good idea, so I might do that.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to double move to here.
Okay. That brings us to Task. It is now your turn. You look behind you, you just see a hole in the log where the acid hit, and you look back.
Do I see panic?
You do. He's currently being strangled.
All right, cutting the vine.
Okay, you take out your sword, and you slice down, and you slice off the vine, and it flops to the ground and kind of, like, curls inwards. You watch as this caustic sort of sap kind of seeps out and burns through the ground, and you begin to watch as where you cut from the base inside of the plant, you watch as another vine slowly is beginning to grow out.
Yeah, no, I ain't having that. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get right next to Remy.
Okay, you run and you slide up right next to Remy. Mike Crank is going to do his directive. When plants attack, the war has begun. Mike Crank is going to attack the plant to the north of him. With a slam attack.
Go.
All right.
Better that he does it than we do it.
Slam, and I'm gonna slam.
What's Floramorte gonna get mad at? He can't see.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's the best that he do the attacking.
Come on and slam.
Oh,
Here's
God.
a 30.
That hits.
It's just a fist where a flower once was. It's a fist in the ground.
Not good. 9 damage.
9 points of damage. That's exactly the health.
I was about to say,
You guys ever see someone take a sledgehammer to like a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Same vibe as you watch as Mike Crank's fist just comes down like a fist and just bashes the plant into the earth, and it is completely destroyed.
Just fucking Gallagher to flower.
He is going to use his extra slam attack to attack the plant that strangled you, Panic, because that's his directive. The war is now.
16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just let him weed whack
you.
16.
Dead. You watch as he swings around and punches the plant into the log side wall. And as he lifts up his hand, you do hear a sizzling noise as the acid from the inside of the plant is not doing damage to him, but is biting at the metal of his fist. It appears that Mike Crank is vulnerable to acid damage.
Oh shit! But he didn't lose any health.
No, he didn't. It was just
Okay.
a descriptor. He will use all of his movement to proceed forward.
Yeah, but now I can't unimagine him as the headless body of Agnew. Fuck.
Panic? Oh, right, I'm in control of him. Never mind. He's going to move up this far because he's not going to sidle anymore because he thirsts for violence. Panic! It is now your turn.
I can't control him.
He's chosen violence.
He has chosen violence. Also, I'm going to reveal a little bit more of the area just because you guys have proceeded forward a little bit, and I'm going to move the camera up as well. Don't you play that Naruto music in my house. I'm just joking.
Why? Funny.
All right. Panic, it is now your turn.
I will go ahead and I will use my movement to. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're in range. I will move up here.
Okay.
I will cast. No. I will use the use of my Bardic Inspiration to activate Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
Everybody gets 11 temporary hit points, and they can use the reaction to hit points. And you can use your reaction to move without taking opportunity attacks.
I'm over there.
This includes Mike Crank as well.
Okay, good to know.
I'll just sidle up next to Task.
I'm gonna
I'll
wait
do it
for
on
the map
myself
to
as
get
well.
revealed before I move.
Okay. I will reveal more spots for you guys. Oh, crap. Come on, roll 20. That is what is revealed to you. I'm just going to cut off Greckles because you're all the way down below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So left, you guys?
I'm actually gonna get just behind where Mike Crank is, because I'm trying to stay out of lashing range.
Fair enough.
Plus, I can cover the distance on my next turn.
Yeah, Mike Crank can move as well. He also has 11 temporary hit points now.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, that just depends how much blood he thirsts for.
I am angry.
I big angy. All right. That ends your turn, Panic. That is your bonus action, right?
That's my bonus action, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know if I could or even should do anything with my
Action?
With my action, yeah. I'm
You can
not
double
even
move if you so desire.
if I so desire, but should I?
I mean, you're the tank, right? Go for it.
That was my.
Why would you go over there?
I'm just measuring.
Mm-hmm. I can't help you over there.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Panic.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Panic. Can't let you do that, Starbucks.
I will end up dashing, and I'll just stay here at the corner though.
Okay. All right. That ends your turn, Panic.
Yes. Is Mike Crank not moving?
Oh, right. He can move. He's going to move up to this point because there's a plant in his way, and he's done being stealthy. He doesn't like it. He wants to punch. So
Okay.
the war has begun in his mind because he's not the most intelligent person. So. Oh,
Allergies
right.
bad.
As far as the plants currently around Greckles and Mike Crank are concerned, there's nothing near them. Task.
Please administer Flonase.
25 to hit you.
Flonase administered.
25. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah? Is that the one that closest to me?
Oh. You're gonna realize some things here really quickly.
Well, yeah, obviously 25 hits.
You've played Half-Life.
Yeah?
Look, Gordon, ropes. Your neck is grabbed and coiled around as a vine from above lashes out and grabs you.
Help me, Gordon!
Strangler vines, god damn it!
Fuck!
Yep. You are going to take... Also, I have to point it out, like, I won't say it. I'll say it after the game.
Please.
All right. Task. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and you are grappled.
Okay.
As the vines squeeze hard and raise you up, like you feel your feet lift up out the ground and your tail. As you are being strangled currently. Panic.
Uh-huh.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, also a 25. As simultaneously, as you guys move into position, 2 sets of vines just lash out and grab you. As you are also grabbed and grappled in the exact same fashion.
Son of a bitch, not again.
Yeah, out of the... I was gonna say, like, I'm free! No!
I'm a genius, so no.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it
Well, there goes my
crushes around
temporary
your throat.
HP.
5.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah,
me.
that's right, my temp
No
HP.
problem, me.
Yeah, don't forget about your temp HP.
I almost forgot
Remy.
about that.
Important.
Remy, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage for me.
Why can't I do?
We're in the thick of it,
So
gents.
that's 20.
Very nice. You watch as you're walking and you see suddenly your companions latch up. You watch as ahead of you, a massive flower unfurls and lets out this pheromone. And you focus and resist the power of it attracting you forwards.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All I'm gonna say in regards, I tweeted this out yesterday. Nightmare. That ends Fleur's turn. That brings us back to the top of the turn order, which is Greckles. It is now your turn.
All right.
You just heard your companions move forward, and then and you see
Yep.
currently Task dangling from something around the corner.
Free action. Speak to my crank. Subdirective. Assist directors. Save directors.
Overriding, directive, save, directors.
Let's see here.
All right.
15, 20, 30, 35, 4, 50. Yeah, I can do that with a bonus action dash. I'm going to run up, and I'm going to attempt to cut Task free with the Sunblade.
Okay. You can roll to hit the entity. You cannot seem to cut and free him. There's too many vines. You have to choose.
Oh,
here.
is it a multiple? Okay.
You can either give the help action by attacking it to help give Task advantage to escape the grapple, or you can just straight up attack it.
You know what? All right. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move over here with my extra movement, and yeah, I'll just give Task the help action to get him out.
All right, you begin to like grab vines and snag them. Like you're trying to cut the vines near his neck. His Task is like starting to turn, amazingly so, a shade of blue-purple color at the moment.
Violet,
Cool.
you're turning violet. Full of
That's your
juice.
action?
Yeah, that was bonus action, movement, and action.
All right, Remy, as you shake out of your stupor, you see currently now Panic's feet lifting off the ground as these vines are dragging them upwards like the barnacles from Half-Life.
Excellent. I'd like to attack the plant.
Okay, which one?
The one that has the person in it.
Which one?
The one that's my friend.
Wow.
Okay, so panics.
So task.
So neither of them. I would like to attack the one all the way on the.
Come on.
I'd like to no
So
clip
18
over
to
to the
hit?
main flower.
18 hits.
11.
11 points of slashing damage. 1 second, just checking stats here. All right, you slash through the vines. They're extremely thick, and the plant is still holding. These things are hardy and
21.
weirdly healthy. All right, 21 hits.
10.
10. All right, you slash through again. It's still standing. Panic is still struggling.
17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
All right. You slash and you slash and you slash, and this thing is just bringing down more vines to pull Panic up to somewhere. Panic, you are still grappled, unfortunately, but it is now oozing out a green, kind of purplish slime.
That thing shrugged 26 damage. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine. I can do it again. It's fine.
Assassin vines are no fucking joke.
We're playing like that then, huh? All right.
Mm-hmm. Does that end your turn, Remy? Is there anything else you'd like to do for your bonus action?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, Task, it is now your turn.
Well, I've given the help action to get out.
All right, that is going to be a... That's going to be a athletics check to escape.
Wait, Squirmy. I have advantage on acrobatics checks to escape grapples.
Oh, that's right, you do.
Oh, then that means Greckles wasted his turn if you have that.
Yeah.
I'll give Panic advantage. There's a trade-off. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Task,
dude,
with
this
advantage.
is literally the first time in how many fucking episodes I was able to use this.
Right?
All right, acrobatics with advantage.
Yep. No, athletics. Athletics, not acrobatics.
It says acrobatic. Oh, it says acrobatics.
Yeah, that's for the initial grab, which is this is an
Wait,
attack-based
wouldn't
grab.
he be able to use either one? It's always athletics or acrobatics to escape a
No,
grapple.
initial, when it first starts, you can acrobatics jump out of the way of the initial
Well,
thing. But
now
if you
I'm kind of pissed that I rolled a nat 20.
Well, and
I'm
that's 20 is
sorry.
a nat 20 no matter what he rolls.
Guys, okay. Hold
Here I
up for a
go.
second, please. Okay.
Double 12.
So, the way it's been rolled is that when you are initially grappled, so if someone walks up to you and does a grapple check, like, as an action, you can either use acrobatics or athletics as a response to it. If you are grappled, if you've become grappled, the only way to get out is with an athletics check because you're trying to, like,
I'm
physically
not pissed
get
about
out of
that.
it.
I'm just pissed about the fact that I wasted a nat 20 on a roll I can't use.
I just want to explain the rules so that way, there's no mistakes upcoming because Panic's also being strangled at the moment. You try and kick and squirm and you are unable to get out of the constraints of these vines, unfortunately.
So now what can I do?
You are grappled. You still have your bonus action.
Wait, he could still attack in a grapple. He has it. Oh, no.
He
'cause
can,
that's-
yes. You are not restrained. Oh, no, you are restrained. Never mind. I'm an idiot. You are restrained. I apologize.
That's turn.
All right. 1 second. I'm just going to double check something super fast. The good news is you don't take the poison damage that occurs on subsequent turns when you're grappled because of the hero's feast. Now, just to confirm, that is is it just the poison condition or is it poison damage?
It's just the poison. Wait, hang on. Let me read.
Yeah, can you double check that for me?
Hero, and they say that a hero's feast. It just says you are immune to poison.
Okay,
No-
you are immune
not
to
the-
poison.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the poisoned condition. You are immune
I'll
to
say,
poison.
I'll say then both the damage and the condition you're immune to because it's kind of vague.
Sweet.
So yeah.
Sick.
So you, while being just held, like you feel like thorns like pierce in through your scales, but nothing happens, and you're totally fine.
Cool.
And the plant almost seems frustrated that you're fine.
It just whips me around. Oh, God!
Yeah, it starts like moving you around, like swinging you a little bit.
Like a dog with a toy.
Yeah. But Tass, that is the end of your turn. It is Mike Crank's turn. Mike Crank is going to do a slam attack against the frond ahead of it.
Here.
Oh wait, no, he's changing his directive. He
Yep.
was
Assist.
commanded.
Save directors.
Here I go.
He does have.
Does he have 10-foot reach?
He
let's
does not.
find
No.
out.
He has 5-foot reach.
Yeah, reach of 5 feet.
He's just big.
He's just a big boy. He is gonna punch the flower that's immediately like in front of him, and he's gonna just like move past the other ones completely, making.
Wait, did he not? Did he not move when I used Mantle
So here's what
Inspiration on him?
happened. His directive was to kill plants, so he stopped at the nearest plant.
Yeah.
Which means he didn't get as far as he could have.
And then Greckles on his turn changed his directive, and now he's following in. Unfortunately, listen, he's a strong robot. I didn't say he was a smart one.
Well, that's why I told him to change directive to save directors. So
Yeah, he can only get that far with a normal action. Would you want him to dash?
No wonder why I
Greckles?
was into art and not programming.
I mean, look.
He might as well kill that thing while he's there. So
Yeah, that's the idea.
Alright.
He's being efficient.
Yeah,
All right, he will punch.
On
He will punch the
and
flower.
Slam. 17.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, 24.
Gone. Absolutely. Oh wait, wrong sheet. Hold on. Where? Yeah.
See, that's
Gone.
the thing. We came in here thinking that we're just finding 3 targets when everything is a target.
The problem is you don't know what's a target and what's just the environment in this situation.
Right.
Fuck floor. Kill everything here.
Yeah. So then Floor can't bitch and moan.
He was gonna punch the other one too. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
11.
How much health does this one have?
9 was just to kill the last one.
Gone.
Of the last ones.
Dead.
Yeah.
He just punches. He just punch, and just is fighting vegetables.
I'm so angry. Rawr.
That will end Mike Crank's turn. Panic. It is now your turn. You have advantage to escape the grapple if you wish to take an action to attempt to, but you are grappled and restrained for just your condition.
Well, first, I'm going to use a bonus action to cause spikes to erupt from my body as I activate Barbed Hide for the first time in a long time.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. You spike out completely.
It takes 1d6 piercing damage immediately.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
5 piercing damage.
Not bad, not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
You chunk into it. It is still standing.
Fuck. And I have advantage to escape this?
You do, as an action.
Might as well.
I did my best.
Athletics.
Let me just open my goddamn character sheet here.
I did
And
my
this
best.
is... Oh, it's athletics.
Yeah.
just to be clear, that's a homebrew rule, correct?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're in it, like you're being held by something, like you have to physically like break out. You are still grappled and restrained, unfortunately.
Cool.
But you don't take any of the poison damage that you would have gotten at the start of your turn.
We're just hanging.
By the way, when the moment you're like, yeah, you're immune to poison, I was like, well, there goes 66 poison damage at the start of every single one of their turns. Yeah.
No, Strangle Vines, man. Assassin Vines.
Assassin Vines don't fuck around. They are absolutely, like, they're scary.
Get fucked.
So as much as you guys are like, oh, this is bullshit, I'm like, oh, it could be so much worse.
Yeah.
No,
that's good.
I
I'm not
know.
complaining.
All right, it is Flora's turn.
At the start of Flora's turn, the Assassin Vine takes another 1d6 piercing damage from me.
Go ahead and roll damage.
3?
3, very nice. Still standing. These things are hardy.
Fuck me.
They weren't lashing out at Remy at all, were they?
No,
Just single target focus.
single target. They can only attack one person,
You
it
fucking
seems
stood
like.
on top of them, so...
Mm-hmm. For once, it wasn't me this time. Sorry.
Floor can't do anything, but there is... Okay, this is stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
Cool.
This plant moves 5 feet, crawling on the ground.
Fuck.
It seems...
Oh, fuck.
All right, that brings us to... That's the end of Flora's turn. It brings us to Greckles. It is now your turn.
Are these vines... Are these things flankable?
Yeah, they're creatures, so yes, they are.
Okay, spatial awareness. That's what I wasn't sure about. 15-foot movement over here. All right, let's bring the Sunblade down on this thing, just trying to do damage to it.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see here. Sunblade, where are you? There you are. Yeah, 27.
Woo! That hits.
All right, so that is 4 plus.
Is this offhand attack?
No, this is regular attack.
9 then. 9 points.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9. The brain. I'm so used to offhand attacks.
Nerf your damage, for fuck's sake!
Okay,
And
plus.
sneak attack.
I got.
'cause we're on me.
Whoop! Sorry, that's
Whoa,
D20. Whoop.
whoa.
Damage.
Whoa!
Slow down. Here we go. Okay,
Sir.
here's 5 and 1
Fucking
more.
OP.
Okay, 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage.
That was
Sir,
a lot
this
of
is an
ones.
Applebee's.
I have chosen violence today.
You slash off one of the vines, and and Task, you feel your body kind of swing and twirl, which you're not sure if it makes it better or worse, as the thing is still standing, but is dripping out this Icarus ooze, the sap that seeps down like blood.
I will offhand attack.
Okay, go for it.
Why am I rolling a 20? I'm so sorry.
Stay with this guy, Jin. Come on.
I've not had a good day today. I'm sorry. 24.
24, that hits.
7. Okay.
Ooh, all right,
That-
7 points of damage. Nothing to sneeze at.
No, ma'am.
You slash once, a really solid hit, carving through one of the vines, and you slash again. The difficult part of this is not hitting Task while you're doing this. And as you swing, and you guys are being strangled, and this dark forest is encompassing all of you, and this trial has only just begun. That's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh boy, what a time.
Jesus.
Welcome to Floramorte.
Fucking man.
You're not having a time hitting tasks. Stop aiming for me!
All right, bye, Austin. Love you, buddy.
Bye, Austin. I want to keep playing, but we got to stop.
I do
It's
too.
10
Yeah.
p.m. Oh,
Bye,
man.
Austin.
Bye, Austin.
What a time. 170.
Yo, I like someone's
7.
suggestion into the thick of it.
Oh, that's
Oh.
good.
That's pretty good.
That's super good.
Spectral Supernova was the one who said that.
I hate to say it, guys. I'm glad it's finally not me.
Oh,
At the
Logi
moment-
fucking da.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, that's great. Good for you.
When I was working on this map, I'm just like, either this is going to be like one way or Gaijin's going to want to quit.
Hey, for once. No, here's the thing, Monty. Because of my history with that is exactly why I bought that Cape of Mountain Back or whatever it's called.
I thought you were gonna say the Cape of Mountain Dew.
Cape of Mountain Dew. I in retrospect, I should have dropped. I should have dropped Fog Cloud instead. Get Misty Step. I should have done that. I really should have done that.
Broke of the mountain back.
Ha! Cheerful music.
I
I can't believe Task has to hold his breath for a whole week.
Can someone do me a huge favor who has a good memory and let me know that the turn order is in my book and I'm tabbing it just so I don't forget it?
I will
Okay.
write it down in my Bible of a fucking note.
Thank you, just so I don't lose it.
If worst comes to worst, we can always cite the
All
volume.
right, so
We can.
Yep, I got it.
Chahal will
initiative,
send me a
it's-
charged message on Discord and inform me. Like the
Alright.
absolute champion she is.
it's Greckles, Remy, Task, Mike Crank, and then Panic.
Yeah, Panic is last, so.
All right, I got it.
Oh, boy, that was fun.
That was
Not
enjoyable.
not initiative. Fucking spell check. Eat pant.
All right. Well, this has been an absolute blast. Zito, where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Zito, CZ / on Twitter, and the Ever Angin Almanac on Patreon. And you just type in Christopher Zito on DM's Guild, and you'll find me with all my other stuff. That's not Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance, Volume 1, which is still on the front page for almost a month now. Which
Awesome.
is nuts for 3rd place. That's fucking crazy. Volume 2 is being worked on. I had to, in order for me to actually entertain the idea of possibly getting a physical copy of Aloysius out, I had to make a book that would be 100 pages. So, if Volume 1 gets to platinum, if Volume 1 gets to platinum, I will be given the rights to actually do the go-ahead on the hardcover book. So for Volume 2, I added 10 to 12 new races, and I also added the Asinine Armory into it. So now it reaches to at least 100 or so pages. So a hardcover may be in the future. But I do need, I do need Volume 1, or at least any one of my other books to hit platinum first. The Asinine Armory. Oh yeah, it's a book that I made that gives you like 50 plus something new actual regular mundane weapons. And obviously outside of that, you go to my streams. I play indie games, I play carts, I play modded games. I need to find a game that facilitates a 3060 graphics card. I'm now living in the future and I'm scared.
Future.
Is one of them a stick? No, but one of them is a straight up cannon. And you can actually use your party members as ammunition.
Cannon. Excellent. Well, Monty Glue, where can they find you?
You can find me at Monty Glue on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Monty Glue. Tomorrow, I'm getting a haircut and possibly video games. And then Sunday, Metopia, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. It's fun. Definitely come and check it out. And check out my Twitter where I tweet things. Mostly cats. I'm going to post a lot of videos of my cats.
Yeah. Gaijin Goomba, where can they find Yoomba?
Twitch.tv/GaijinGooba every Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central. However, this Friday, with the release of the Ghost of Tsushima DLC, Island of Iki, I will probably be doing an impromptu stream probably sometime that evening. We'll see. Saturday and Sunday will also be that, so long as there's still stuff to do, which there should be, at 7. I want to say thank you to everyone who came out for the Otaku Obon that happened last Saturday. That was a heck of a hoot and a good time. Thank you to everyone who donated there. Thank you everyone that came to the Greckles Q&A at random. And Bosco and Miss Tweetums, thank you for helping me monitor that. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Possibly more to come, because that was super fun. Very likely Snake Eyes Witch Ninja Part 2, because it has been overwhelmingly voted on, will be coming out next week. Talking more about the specifics and how Storm Shadow's a big smelly idiot. Oh, yeah. And then this week for the Gaijin Perspective channel, I am releasing a new video talking about how, weirdly enough, Japan was able to make me far more okay with my feminine side than anything else. You laugh, but...
One of us laugh.
That's me.
All right. Bosco, where can they find you?
Here.
Nice. That was a PB, dude.
New world record. And you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Streaming Tabletop Simulator. Also streaming some Guilty Gear. Amogus. Mongoose, yeah.
A mongoose.
Wildermyth, Yakuza 4, and I'll be over here this Saturday for the Prince Division.
Ooh, well,
Division, Gateway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you literally just gave me a heart attack. I'm like, I scheduled something for Saturday. Shit, and then it's like, oh, okay, never mind.
Schedule something for Saturday while I'm running Gateway?
It's my friend's birthday party. I have to. I'm hosting.
I guess
Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Never mind. I'll just.
Guess.
Guess I'll die.
And also check out Dead House Sonata and my DMs Guild, where I'll be releasing a subclass soon. Don't you worry your little head. And also, thank you so much for our sponsor for this evening's festivities. Die Hard Dice.
Thanks for rolling for Floramorte Die Hard Dice. I used a lot of purple dice today.
I'll say, do you have a flower die?
I don't know if they have. I don't think they have flower dice. Diana,
Hmm.
flower dice.
Oh,
Flower
oh. Flower dice and it appears in your hand.
Yeah. They've been helping us out, helping us run the show for a good long while now. And you can find them at dieharddice.com for all your dice and dice accessories needs. Be sure to check them out. They got a lot of great looking products coming down the pipeline here. And if you use the code The Unexpectables at checkout, you can save 10% off your entire order.
Yeah. They actually,
That-
if you play Magic the Gathering, they have these really cool Magic the Gathering like life counters that they just released.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know some of you out there play Magic the Gathering because you find my Twitter comments. But definitely check them out. They look very, very cool. And like, part of me was just like, ooh, should I get into Magic? And I was like, ooh, I can't. But they look so good. So
Children's cardboard.
yeah, it's a dangerous, dangerous game.
All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and read some bits and subs to head us off here. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Here we go. Felix the Bard, thank you for the 16 months. Hellborn Rider, thank you for the 17 months. Cosmosis 45, thank you for the 13 months, 1 year plus 1.
Ooh.
HMD, thank you for the 14 months. Duist Broodstar, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Cornholio, thank you for the 11 months. It's way too late for me. I'll see you in the VOD. Love you guys. Kitty Jaws, thank you for the 17 months. Lasame the Robot, thank you for the 15 months. Skeletalpha, thank you for the 17 months. Oh boy. Adam CW, thank you for the 12 months. Hey, a year. Yeah. Pager Atro, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. Kane Time, thank you for the 17 months. It's been a glorious 17 months. T Chaos, thank you for the 17 months. 17 months, yay! I'm gonna put this flower here. No more flowers! Stream 4-star, thank you for raiding with a party of 84 in the middle of the stream.
Hey,
Oh, dang.
guys.
Hey guys. See you
I
on
know those
Friday.
people.
Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to me.
Aw.
Yeah. For 16 months. A Flawed Mind, thank you for the 17 months. Hello. Hi. Duo Black Rose, thank you for the 95 bits. Didn't James Cameron straight up admit that he only made Titanic as an excuse to go see the wreck of the actual ship?
I mean, if that was the initial plan, boy, did he come out on top.
Who's that? Guess who? James Cameron. I keep screwing
Man.
that up. I'm tired.
It's been a pretty stressful session. today, I think.
I'm fucking so tired today, man.
Zan Wynn, thank you for the 200 bits. Now, on Monty Glue's Wild Animal World. Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, this morning I woke up to a most unexpected news for the new Super Monkey Ball that I had seen.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a new one?
Yeah.
Dame Dane.
New
Oh.
Super Monkey Ball featuring Cosmic Kitty from the Yakuza
Oh,
series.
I
is
love
that
the
why?
fucking-
Is that why
I love
Majima
the
was
post
slapping down a
someone
little?
made. Dude, the Kamen guys.
Put it-
Fucking monkey ball.
Yep.
Put it.
That explains the animation of Majima like grabbing him in a ball and putting him on the table. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is that?
Put it-
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Hell yeah. I fucking love Super Monkey Ball. Advocate Devil, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, though I walk through the forest amidst the shadow of death, I shall fear no Fey Twink, for Mike Crank is my shepherd.
Good.
Listen,
good.
Floramorte can come in multiple forms, Twink and Twunk.
He can come in multiple forms?
Yeah,
Twink.
he just picks
Gross.
one.
Twink.
They can literally be anything they want to. They just choose that form because it's convenient. They are the forest. That's what they are, actually.
Yeah.
He's a trunk.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Skelly Alpha.
Hang on. Just gonna.
Damn it.
There you go.
Are you banning people? Stop.
Huh? No, I.
Bottom.
Ah, I see. I see.
There we go.
Where were we? CG! Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you know? Do you know why Remy is your +1? It's because he's just magical.
Oh.
Aww.
I got that reference.
I realized the other day when I had a shower that you guys are all innately like half magical.
Yeah, I suppose at this
We're
point.
mostly half casters.
We're 2.5 casters.
Really?
Damn it.
Yeah.
2.5. Oh, dude, that sounds like a good sitcom.
It is what our show is.
We are no longer the Unexpectables. We are now 2.5 casters.
And the best part is you can't cut me in half to count the rings and make me the half.
Sure.
I tried to make a tree joke. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Keep going, Connor. Keep going. Get us out of
Tomorrow's
here.
Landing, thank you for the 17 months. Oathbreaker John, thank you for the 100 bits. My birthday is this friend, and I'm turning 31. This friend? I think you meant this Friday.
No.
I only ask for everyone to hug their pets or their pillows.
I can't hug GURPS,
Where's Matilda?
but I will hug. I will release Hob and I will pet him.
Yeah.
The one
Roto
time.
Ryu, thank you. Roto Ryu, thank you for the 16 months of Prime subbage. Sky Blaze, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to the Bane of Shane. Kane Time, thank you for the 500 bits. The Percocizer, thank you for the 10 bits. Episode title, oh god. Might crank out one in the woods later.
Wow. Wow. And I thought my dumb joke was.
God.
Yikes.
I don't get it.
Oh,
Just
you
don't worry
poor
about it,
sweet
Monty.
summer
Don't worry about it.
child.
Don't worry about it. Neo Anders CMD, thank you for the 10 months of Prime.
Is it like a pooping thing?
No,
It's a.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Rabbit in a kobold suit, thank you for the 31 bits. Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. Look, Remy, ropes. We can use those to traverse. Help me, Remy.
Oh, I'm fucking
God damn it.
Come on, buddy, breathe. We don't need you to die.
Boy, thank you for the 6 months. Thanks for the great laughs and keep up the good work. Flusterfun, thank you for the bit. Perfect time. I was about to go to bed. Night, y'all. Hey. Kale Ward, thank you for the 200 bits. I made it to the end. I lived. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 150 bits. It's going to be painful waiting a whole week for the next episode. I can tell this next season is going to be amazing. Also, wow. Floor's a real jerk, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
know what you mean now. Shit, I just realized. Why the woods, though?
You get bored out there.
But it's like
You know.
pine cones and like dirt. and-
my chair! I knocked my headphones out!
There's playing codes. It's not like they're watching.
Oh my fucking.
Fat Spartan, thank you for the 10 bits. So after buying both Zito's new book and the Oath of Joy Paladin from Connor, I now have the makings of the oddest mock my DM will ever see.
Thank you for buying the mock book.
I can't believe he just is the Christmas present.
Oh my god,
I can feel the fucking like stomach meds right now. I'm laughing so hard.
Zeno, please, do I have to come over there?
Master Edelbert, thank you for the 245 bits. Remy's armor raises the blood gauge. Also, my name is pronounced Meister, like with a M-I instead of a G.
Like, why'd you put a J in it?
Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. Now I'm wondering where Majima is. Oh, you know.
Everywhere.
He's off. He's everywhere. King's Grimoire, thank you for the 16 months. Papusa Monkey, thank you for the 100 bits. Monty has been corrupted. We should all be ashamed.
I mean, she is the hentai slayer.
I didn't hear. Well, that's not okay. Listen, that's a side occupation. But listen, you know, I didn't hear what the joke was initially. I heard like Mike Frank went out or something. I misheard it. I can't remember what I heard it
Monty,
as.
please.
Oathbreaker John, thank you for the 100 bits. While the gang is dealing with deadly plants and whatnot. Meanwhile, Borky, I'm sure he's milking something or making cheese. Yes. Lossame the robot, thank you for the 100 bits. My guts have been busted. And that's it.
All right. Let's raid somebody.
Alfred's lying.
Alfred is.
Raid someone.
I have Alflups as well. I haven't seen Alflups.
Oh
on
yeah,
this one.
she's doing a subathon.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Stacy.
What will our raid message be?
I know, I can't.
No,
We know
not
what we want
that.
it to be, but we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, let's not. What should we do?
Watch
Quality
out for
streamer.
flowers.
No, spell quality ooh woo. That's an old callback to one of her memes.
Quality?
Quality
ooh.
streamer.
Quality. Okay, quality.
Quality
ooh-woo.
streamer. It's a callback to one of her memes.
So quality
Quality.
ooh-woo.
Quality.
Quality
ooh-woo.
streamer. Like just fucking.
Okay. You could do that if no one wants to ooh-woo, which I respect. You could also do watch out for pine cones. All right. Get out of here.
Love you.
Goodbye. Next week.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's fun. We have fun here.